How are we all doing today? How's the sound? The sound good? So, I'm good. I've been good. Been pretty good. Been very busy. Um, so I'm just gonna get right into it. Uh, we're back to working on the Twin Souls today. And I have this shot here, which is actually already animated. But hang on, let me just delete these. And you're gonna be like, Matt, if it's already animated, why are you still working on it? And here's why. Because camera movement is done on ones, the actual animation is done on twos. So when it pulls out, there's like this weird strobing effect. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I can tell, and it's bugging me. It looks shitty. So we're gonna be adding extra in between so that it's all on ones. There was another shot that I wanted to work on, but I think that's gonna have to wait until later because I really want to fix this first. But this is the shot that I was gonna work on today.
Take a look around. You're out of touch. I'm out of time. But I'm out of my head when you're not around. Damn, I'm thirsty.
Yeah, that was the one that I wanted to work on, but this is the one we're working on instead. So, without further ado, I will get started. Matt, how's your Discord server? It's doing good, I think. Play some music.
So there I was, staring at some dude's ass in the park. And I was like, I don't usually do that. More often looking for big, good lady boobs. So I started to think to myself, I like women for sure, but yet I'm unsure. Tits really aren't that great, they have no allure, but I like women a lot. It's what I've been taught, but here is just a thought, yeah. Men look just a bit hot, and I might suck a cock. I know this is just a thought, but let's see what they got. Being straight is alright, but I might end up bi, cause I kinda feel like fucking a guy. So,
Where are my stage properties? Oh, that's big.
let me elaborate.
How have your streams been? Inactive.
This is hot, and I don't know what to do, cause I might like men a lot. Wait, I think I know. Let's embrace the rainbow and go find a dude to blow, yeah. Men look certainly hot. I am sucking this cock. I know it was just a thought, but I'm
Well, happy birthday, Quinn, for the win.
straight is okay, but I might end up gay. My sexuality's an area of gray.
What song is that? This is Men Are Hot by Fries on the Side.
Why focus on that trash when you can get out there and smash? Yeah. Who cares who's just you squeeze? I want you to believe. Given it's not illegal, you should take who you please. I don't live in the shade. I'm no longer afraid. I'll fuck whatever sex as long as I get laid. Yeah, that's basically it.
So, dinner later?
Oh, no thank you.
I know this nice little Chinese
No,
place.
really, I was just curious what it's like. I don't want to. Bye.
Okay, let's... I'm failing math. That's not good. Don't fail math. Math is important. You have to learn your arithmetic. Okay. I too enjoy history. In fact, in high school, that was my best subject, was history. History and government. What government? Topical. What do you think about Deltarune? I don't know yet. What is this animation for? It's for the Twin Souls 5. And maybe the Twin Souls 6, who knows? There is a slight possibility I might have to split this into another part. I know I said I wouldn't do that again, but... the script is like 35 pages long right now. Really bad. Matt, do you like World War II history? Yeah, but I prefer the Cold War, actually. The Cold War was cool. You played the other Metal Gear Solid games? Yes, I have played every one except for 4, because I don't have a PS3. And that one was only on PS3 for some reason. But I've played Metal Gear Solid. I've even played the... I haven't beaten them, but I've played the original Metal Gear games on like the MSX, because the Xbox 360 version of Metal Gear Solid 3 comes with the comes with ports of those. I also enjoy Metal Gear Solid 5 a lot. Matt, would you shoot yourself if Hitler was still alive? That's kind of a weird question, but to answer it, I haven't shot myself yet, have I? I already did answer the question. The answer is no.
Break a solenoid on this one.
Talk to me nice or don't talk to me at all. Big money-ish. Walked in a club in the booty clap. napping. Mama got me hot like a dragon. I'm about to throw 100,000, I ain't bragging. I wanna murder that pussy, your toe tag it. She looking like Ferg, you so ratchet. I met your ass here, so you know ratchet. Let's do it on the stage, fuck a mattress. Rub it in your face like proactive. I'm about to stick you up like my polar cactus. Keep making it clap back, know your status. Weave all of my lap brain, so not average. Her weave the best like DJ Khaled. Weave the best. But she out for the green like a bowl of salad. 20s, 50s, 100s. I'ma head to the ATM, girl, now. Tell me how you want it.
Something like a scene from Set It Off. Four chicks back deep in a van with a minor cracker falls. Screaming money over everything, addicted to adrenaline. Stay chasing the thrill until the day we're caught. All black in July for the love of the high.
Alright, we're going to be moving on to a more fun segment in just a second. I just have to shade this a bit. Matt, when are you gonna unban me from your Discord server? I don't recall banning anybody from the Discord server. Except for the guy who posted Roadkill. Well, unless you're that guy, you shouldn't be banned.
Just love the feel of paper on me, and all I want is 20s, 100s, 50s, 100s, 20s, 100s, 20s, 50s, 100s, 20s, 100s, 20s, 50s, 100s. All I wanna see is rain, and all I want is 20s, 100s, 20s, 50s, 100s, 20s, 100s, 20s, 50s, 100s.
Ah, shoot. Keep forgetting. I'm pretty sure I didn't ban you.
Watch the money as it falls, wondering why I risked it all. Was it worth it? I don't know. It's still better than going broke.
The Real HC Receiver, have you tried, like, rejoining the Discord server? Or did you just assume you were banned? Because, again, unless you're the guy who posted Roadkill, you shouldn't be banned, because according to our logs, nobody has been banned. Okay, then you're not banned. Yeah, the Real HC Receiver, I just checked the server's ban list. There is literally only a single person on the ban list, and I'm pretty sure it's not you. Their username is just oof. That person was also harassing other members of the server. Oh, well, why'd you harass other members of the server?
Nothing matters to me. Take a look at me. It really matters to me. Take a look around. You're take a look around. You're out of touch. I'm out of time. But I'm out of my head when you're not around. Damn, I'm thirsty.
This part seems the easiest. Let's animate this part first.
Tempered by the fires of hell, his iron will remains steadfast through the passage that preys upon the weak.
What is this? See, you're asking me to be unbanned, and then you keep saying things like that. I'm getting the feeling maybe I shouldn't unban you. So, just once again, this is the shot we're going to be animating tonight. Because the other one, very small adjustments were made.
Take a look around. You're out of touch. I'm out of time. But I'm out of my head when you're not around. Damn, I'm thirsty.
Okay. Well, while Toon Boom opens, oh, Anthony. Hello, Anthony. How you doing today? It is Twin Souls, yes. Because I got so sick of working on the other thing. Anyone here excited for the new Elder Scrolls Online expansion? I know I am. I'm very excited. Okay, let's import some images. Opacity down to 25. There we go. There was a man trying to kill you with a spoon and he followed you everywhere. How would you react? I'd call the police. Spoons is dangerous in the right hands. Look at how much faster I can do line work in this program. Yeah.
Hi.
Hello. How you doing today?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
I'm doing well.
Looks nice. I see you started animating the Twin Souls part.
Oh, I started back in November.
Oh yeah. Oof, right. You started getting back into animating the Twin Souls part 5.
Yeah. Actually, I started before November. I think I actually started right when part 4 came out.
Oh, by the way, I told my friend. I told 2 of my friends that this stream was going on, so they're gonna be popping in the live chat every now and again.
Cool. Look forward to seeing them.
One of them is watching by virtue of me being in it.
Okay.
I know that much, but I'm sure they'll like you very much too.
No, I get it. I can't entertain. Continue.
I know how to words good. So how's your day been?
Been pretty boring, actually.
How boring?
All my plans for this weekend are tomorrow. So I wasn't doing anything today.
All your plans for this weekend are tomorrow. Oh dear.
Well, I mostly just watched Bob Ross all day.
How is he?
He's dead, but otherwise good.
As he usually is. What was he painting in the video that you watched?
He was painting in like a little island paradise or whatever. Pretty cool.
Okay. Sounds pretty nice.
You know, the Twin Souls 5 is gonna be so fun, let me tell you. Because, Frisk stops being the main character pretty much.
It's interesting because Frisk isn't the focus anymore. Who is the focus then?
It's everybody.
Everybody's the focus.
Well, no, the point of the episode is that everybody stops paying attention to him, and he doesn't like that.
Oh, so you're shifting the point of view to make it more apparent in the theming, then?
Yes.
I like that. Very impressed.
And
I like
the audience isn't sure if he is upset because he's not the focus, or if he's upset for a different reason. That different reason being, hey, maybe we can't trust this new guy that just showed up.
I'd say it's very effective. Probably shouldn't be it right now, but I don't know.
Oh, also a nuclear bomb goes off, so that's fun.
Yeah, I know that. You said that about a long time ago. Like, I know this happens. But you kept saying, like, no, nothing bad happens. And then I go, well, that wording and that tone of voice that you use makes it sound like there is. Hello, who is the clown? I am the clown. Hello.
It's Minnie. She's the clown.
Yes.
Hold on. How many bangs did I draw here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, this is the right amount. Continue.
Where my friend? What do you mean, where your friend? Who's your friend? Matt?
Me? What? I don't know.
Who's your friend?
I thought that was one of your friends.
No. Maybe. I don't know if they go by that on YouTube. I can ask.
Where is my friend? Was he here? No. Next question.
I think they might have the wrong stream.
Yeah, or they're trying to do a weird goof, I don't know. These people usually aren't that funny.
Maybe they thought I was someone else.
I think it was a goof. Like Goof Troop.
No, I have wrong stream. There we go, we have confirmation. Everything's fine. You can stay here if you'd like. Well, you can stay here if you'd like. Everything's fine here. We're just as fun.
You guys know that epic song from the Lego movie, Everything is Awesome? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Everything's pretty epic right now.
I don't think that fits within the syllable count.
No, everything is epic, everything is awesome. No, yeah, it fits.
No, you said everything is epic right now. Everything is epic right now does not fit in the syllable count.
Oh.
What is this anyway? MrMattimations is animating the finale to his long-running...
Starbarians 4.
No. My friend MrMattimations is animating the finale to his long-running Undertale fan-animated series, The Twin Soul. And
Metal
also,
Gear Awesome 3.
What's that?
I don't know.
Matt, do you want to explain the plot? Because I can't remember.
Yeah, people like die or something, and there's like, I don't know, knives or something. I don't know. It's really complicated.
Give an actual answer.
Not very good. I wouldn't recommend watching it.
Okay, so the Twin Souls is about how Frisk, who finished their pacifist run,
well, there you go. They don't like murder.
Up and now is feeling guilty, so they go to Alphys to try and extract the soul out of their body to see what's going on with it.
Minnie.
What?
What if they don't know what Undertale is?
Undertale is an RPG made by Toby.
Just go to YouTube.
It's very subversive and whatnot.
Go to youtube.com/MrMattimation and watch all my cartoons. Then you'll understand everything.
not all of them, just the ones that are twin souls. I don't
No,
like murder. My friends
watch
say
all
I
of
have
them.
no emotion.
Watch all of them.
That's fine.
Watch all of them. Give me.
If you
give
don't
me the...
like murder, you don't have to watch this particular series. Just know that it's an Undertale fan animation.
It's a Metal
It's a
Gear thing.
series.
It's Metal
It lasted
Gear.
for 5 parts.
It's Metal Gear, which also lasted for 5 parts.
It's not Metal Gear.
My friends hate me because I have no emotion. Well, the good news is you can't be sad about that.
I don't know what to tell you. I am not your therapist. I'm sorry. That makes it any better.
I'm not.
Matthew, feel sorry for them.
Why? They don't have emotions. They can't feel sad.
Hi, Dion.
Hello, Dion. How are you on this fine day?
But my brother says I should be sad. For what? For this series ending? For what? I don't know. There is no context.
Oh, Dion also doesn't have emotions.
What's this about me
Dion.
not having emotion?
We're just talking about how you're a soulless robot, Dion.
Oh, that's not true. I watched Violet Evergarden and almost cried. I didn't.
I thought
but
you did
almost-
cry.
I didn't
you-
cry, but I was
thought you-
very close. The closest I've been to crying in a very long.
What was the anime? No, there was an anime you were watching that did make you cry.
No, I have not cried at a show ever.
Okay.
But Violet Evergarden got me very close.
Which one's Violet Evergarden?
That's the one about the girl with the robot arms.
Robot arms? That sounds rad.
She's the one with no. She's the one with no emotions and has robot arms. They got blown off in the war.
A specific war or just a generic war?
The war.
Okay.
Could someone tell me what Violet Evergarden is?
He just told you.
That doesn't
Yeah.
give me a very unique
It's about a girl with robot arms trying to find her way.
Clown, I should stop having friends. That's not what that means. Just because you have no emotions does not mean that you shouldn't have friends.
What are you talking
Friends-
about?
Friends make you weak.
They do. They're just a burden.
Yeah.
They hold you back.
just ask Dion. I'm a massive burden to him every time.
Matt's holding me back every time I talk to him.
But they
Yeah.
hate me for it. Then get new friends.
Dion could be president right now, but
Yeah, instead I'm sitting here trying to watch fucking Swing Out Sisters.
is that because we were talking about it last night?
Yeah, it's very long, so I
Then
got
get
through
new
like half
friends
of it.
for accept.
It's like an
that you
hour
don't
and a half
have
long.
emotions.
Dude,
because
it's
they
like
don't
fucking
me.
2 hours. I saw like 120 minutes in that shit. I'm
They'll
like, whoa,
warm
dog.
up to you. I do suppose.
But I don't know if this was just because I was really tired last night, but I didn't feel like there was too much to grasp in like the first half. I'm gonna be real with you, because you know they
Of
kind of just like
Violet
keep
Evergarden,
banging.
or are we talking
No,
about something
of
else?
Swing Out Sisters. It's a hentai Matt was talking to me about.
You know what's so weird about it? For how long it is,
Will
they
you
spend
be
a
my
lot of the
friend?
first. Sure, if you want.
No.
I
See-
don't know. I am.
I would say yes, but that answer would be disingenuous because I don't actually know you.
See, you gotta be real.
I am overall nervous because I do not make friends well with people who I've only known for like a few seconds. I need to get to know them first, you know. We need to talk, and then there needs to be a friend status.
Yeah, I just try to avoid all that by not talking to people.
That is, I don't. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was here 101. I tried. Ooh dear.
But yeah, no, like I was saying, Swing Out Sisters, for how long it is, there's a lot of banging in the first like 5 minutes.
Well, I mean, yeah.
You would think they would space that shit out,
Well,
right?
it's actually pretty welcome because a lot of the times there's like, who watches hentai for the story? It's like me, you know. That's not who's trying to get your shit. It's dudes who want to just jerk off all the time. So like, you know, it's a welcome change to just have them just keep banging like moment after moment, as opposed to dealing with a story that 9 out of 10 people ultimately aren't gonna give a fuck, and they're just like, when's the next part where they bang? But unfortunately for me, that makes it a less pleasant watch in terms of trying to get a grasp on whatever wonderful story the director had in mind.
The story was very weird. I analyzed it. I sat down and I was like, all right, what's the story of this? And the story is that the guy is really good at getting laid, and he thinks everybody's gonna be jealous, but only like one of them is jealous.
Well, that's the most unsettling part about it to me, is that the whole thing is just very mundane. But you know, but the whole hentai is about this dude just banging his sisters, and it's like, that's weird and fucked up. But it's just normal in the context of the world, or at least surrounding these characters. And
there's a conversation. He has a conversation with his friend at the beginning of the show that's like, yo dog, you gotta stop banging your sister.
Yeah, and it's like, and then they just brush it off, because ultimately it doesn't fucking matter. Because it's just normal to them, and I'm like, that's so gross.
Like, if that was real life, if let's say one of my friends was constantly doing that, I'd be like, it would be more than a, hey, you gotta stop doing that. It would be a, hey, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, dude.
It would be like a whole conversation.
Yeah, dude, bang your sister's so fucked up. Not even nature wants it to happen.
Is this what it's like? Is this what it's like? You know, the hentai thing. Oh, it sounds absolutely disgusting.
Well, I mean, you know, there's a different stroke for different folks. You can get some gross, creepy bondage shit. Or you can get a nice love story that just happens to have sex in it. Like, I don't know, mezzo forte, something like that.
Okay.
There's different kinds.
Hang on a second, I just gotta deal with this right now. Hey, I'm the real HC receiver. Don't create alternate accounts and then come in here trying to get unbanned from my Discord server.
Okay, so I want to say that my other friend has come here now. Yay.
Cool.
Ooh.
As for the chat, Comic Sans, I've seen him in the comments section of some of your videos, Matt. He says, yo, Matt, how you been?
He says very horrible, awful things that frankly I don't condone, and I will be calling the Federal Bureau of Investigation later.
Okay then.
I feel you, dog.
Also, my friend says hi to me. So, hello, other friend.
No, don't worry. I'm just joking. You're good.
Oh,
okay.
Sure about that?
Oh, he's good. Oh, he's. Oh dear.
I don't even know the FBI's phone number, to be honest with you. Not in my phone book.
I don't really think it's in anybody's phone book.
If it's in my dad's, he won't tell me. Because it's a secret. Shh. It also probably changes, like, you know, the other day. But yeah, after watching that riveting first half of Swing Out Sisters, I decided just a few minutes ago to watch another episode of that fucking shitty ass anime about the dude who like fake adopts his 3 nieces. Oh my god, it's so horrible. It's horrible and it's crushing to watch. Don't watch that shit.
Okay.
It's awful.
The FBI knows yours. Well, hey FBI, if you're listening, please call me. I'm lonely.
Yeah. Let's sit down and have a chat about Swing Out Sisters. I'm sure you might be able to pull something out of it.
Dion, would you...
Let's have a talk about all my awkwardness and how we're awkward, and we do streams about stuff where we talk about this.
Dion, if you were arrested, would you intimidate? Would you intimidate?
Because I have nothing better to do today.
Dion, if you were arrested, would you intimidate your interrogator by talking to them about gross shit?
I mean, I wouldn't use it as a tactic of intimidation, but rather just to try and start some type of conversation, because, you know, maybe they want to find out some more about stuff that only I think of, you know? Because I don't know if anyone else is thinking about the intricacies of, I want to be jacked off by my little sister, you know?
What was that show you were watching about the guy who's, he's asked to babysit his sister's kids, and then she, like, dies in a car accident?
Yeah, I was watching another episode of that.
Like a plot that escalates very quickly.
I was watching another episode about that, and oh man, that show's really like disturbing because, well, I was watching like episodes, and it opens up with one of his relatives like looking at his apartment and looking around, and keep in mind, she looks around and she's like, huh, you know, I didn't expect much from you, but you're doing a pretty good job at raising these kids, and I'm sitting here like, how the fuck in Lord's name is any fucking sane adult gonna stare at this dude's apartment and be like, oh yeah, good move, son? Like, there's not enough space in that place. It's made for one person. So they have to move all the fucking furniture out on the balcony so they can all sleep on the floor together. And there's fucking drawings on the wall. and there's like a curtain hung up so they can change over there without him seeing. And I'm like, how is anyone looking at this situation and going like, oh yeah, acceptable. I can't believe you're making it work. Like, what the fuck? And ultimately, they're like that because they're just trying to move the plot forward. So it also feels like the romance between the guy and his niece is growing. But at the same time, you look at it and you're like, what the fuck? That's gross. Stop shoving this in my face. And the dude's the club president of the dude's club that he's a part of, he's a fucking pedophile, and it's gross because one day he calls him up at various parts in the show earlier, and one of the nieces answered the phone, and they answered the phone. He's like, whoa, oh, the sound of that voice. Oh shit! And he like starts like drawing the girls like from his mind. He's like, this is it. This is how their hair looks. This is how their face looks. This is incredible. I can't believe I'm being graced with such a beautiful voice. And I'm like, dude, what the fuck? And sure enough, when he actually goes over to the apartment, Lord knows why the dude would let him over, because it's very clear he's an obvious pedophile. He goes in the apartment and he sees the oldest one, who's like, she's like in 8th grade, so what is that, like 13, 14, something around there. He looks at her and he's like, old. And I'm like, what the fuck? Dude, why is it always gotta be like this? Why does it always have to be like, oh, ha ha ha, the dude's a pedophile? Okay, guess what? It's really not that funny. It's just disturbing and gross.
I don't know. Hearing you rant about it, it's pretty funny.
I mean, well, yeah, that's the only enjoyment you're gonna get out of watching that fucking show. I'll tell you right now.
Why are you still watching it, dude?
Yeah, why are you still watching it?
Because I'm already 7 episodes in. I gotta keep going. Think you're gonna stop now?
It's not.
Yeah, it is.
Bow down on one knee and take out the wedding ring and say, Why will you marry me? This stupid
I will
show.
never marry that horrific show. I would much rather marry something that's worth a damn, like fucking something from the Monogatari series. I'd marry Violet Evergarden too. I'd also marry Hoseki no Kuni. That one's a good one to marry. Just got an English dub. There's plenty of other shows I'd marry. Not that one.
It's not like that. You can just stop watching it. Have you ever thought to do that?
I mean, I had to stop watching it for a little bit because there's only so much horrific grossness I can take.
Why do you
But I
have
can't
to
just- I
continue
gotta keep
watching it
going.
if you don't like it?
I have to watch it for Matt, so he knows.
For Matt. Why is it explicitly for Matt? Did he express interest in the show at one point?
No. But this is his type of thing.
I
Matt
requested.
loves listening about rancid shit, so I gotta tell him about all the rancid shit I watch.
You gotta really?
I requested that whenever he comes in here for a stream, he talks to me about some weird anime he just watched.
Oh, is that it? Oh, okay. It's an agreement that I didn't see.
Yeah, it's a fun
and or
experiment.
hear.
It's like, how much shitty anime can I watch before I actually go insane?
Do you think you're close to finding the answer, Dion?
Nah, I still got a few more to go. Gotta dig a little deeper into the fucking garbage bin for that one.
Okay, there are some days where I just don't get these streams. Some days.
Every day?
Yeah, pretty much. Because some days it seems pretty normal, and then people just start talking, and it gets weird.
Well, the days where it's weird are the days where we pull in the most viewers, so I'm fine with weird.
Yeah, let's get weird, man.
Plus, I got my two friends to just kind of come in and be like, hey.
Weird is
we
when I get paid.
exist.
I would like to think all we're doing is just giving them a different perspective on the world, you know?
Yeah.
We're really just trying to broaden their horizons.
Certainly
It may
a
seem
very
weird at
entertaining
first.
perspective.
It may seem weird at first, but like, you know, once you start thinking in a broader spectrum on all these types of issues, maybe it'll just be part of the norm. Maybe you'll start thinking about the intricacies of how banging your relatives is fucking disgusting and wrong, and should stop being played as a joke in anime. Or maybe you'll wonder why that's always the joke, but it comes up so much more often than gay romance between two dudes. Because guess what? Being gay in Asia sucks.
It does.
They don't like the gays over there. So that
It's
subject actually tends to be a little more taboo in that kind of media than
If you think-
incest, which is kind of weird. But whatever.
If you think they're mistreated over here, you should take a trip to East Asia.
Mm. That sounds absolutely depressing. Let's talk about something else.
Don't be gay in Asia. Trust me, I know how bad it is by watching that Tekken no gay compilation.
Else. Please.
Oh yeah, the no gay compilation. I forgot about that.
The no gay compilation's so great because it's just a bunch of Americans in a chat just telling people that just telling a bunch of Tekken players that they're gay. And they're like, no gay. Believe me.
It's because if the government suspects that they're gay, they're gonna be like dragged off to the side and shot.
Yeah, being gay is just not as accepted over there as it is over here, which is a shame. But you know.
Yeah. Japan is socially like 17 years behind us.
Yeah, that's why they still make all that weird pervert shit, because they're like drawing big dicks and going like, big dicks. Just like Matt when he was 17.
Yeah. Did you know My Little Brony 2? There was originally a dick in that, but I was forced to edit it out by one of the distributors because they told me that they would not let me show that, or they would not let me show that on their website. So I was like, all right, fine. So I edited it out, and now there's no dick.
It's because they're adults, Matt.
Call.
It's because they're adults. Dicks aren't funny, Matt. They're just.
It was the part where Jonathan passes out. It wasn't even like actually a dick. It was like a shadow, which was implied to be his dick. He passes out, and the joke was supposed to be he has a boner. And that's why everybody thinks he's a lunatic in that scene. But they made me cut it out, so now everybody thinks he's a lunatic for just no reason.
Was it gonna be like that one video of that dude on the golf course who gets hit by the golf ball in the head, and when he falls down, you just see his fucking gigantic boner through his pants, and just like, dude, what the fuck, was he on like a phone sex line? He had a massive boner. It was ridiculous. I was like, what are you doing rocking that at a goddamn golf course?
Why am I here?
Because we're fun.
No,
Yeah,
I mean,
this is
like,
fun.
like, here is my question. Dion sounds incredibly more entertaining than I am ever going to be at this very moment. Why am I here?
It's not
He's more
about the entertainment, it's about the conversation.
He's more entertaining than I am too,
Well,
and I
he's
host those
entertaining
streams. So.
because of the conversation. Meanwhile, I'm over here just in my little corner being like, I'm gonna let you two talk this out, and I'm not gonna say anything.
Just contribute. Just let out your let go of all your inhibitions.
Yeah. Start shooting the shit.
Can't do that. It is intensely chronicled. If I were to go to a job interview, I would probably have
nobody's
to show
gonna know
them
who
my
you are.
online activity. This would be one of them.
No, you wouldn't.
I overthink things. Just keep that in mind. So in the world of my head, that's how it would go down. Even if it wasn't like that, I'd still think like me doing that wouldn't be a very smart move either way.
I promise you. So like Dion, right? He wants to go work for the government. I promise you, nothing you're gonna say here is gonna as long as you're not saying something like horribly rancid and racist or something.
Oh, you mean like the things we say every fucking day?
No.
Just, like, it's not gonna incriminate you at all because first of all, our full names are almost never said. Second of all, nobody's looking at this. Third of all, you can omit this at a job interview. Nobody's gonna, at a job interview, is gonna be like, so, have you been in any live streams lately? And you can just like, yes, I have been. And then you show them this video. You can just omit this. If your name, because here's the thing, your name is not in the metadata of the video, it's not in the metadata of the live stream, it's not in the title, it's not in any of the tags, it's not in the description. So, if somebody Googles your name, this live stream would be one of the last things to come up because your name is not mentioned anywhere.
Yeah. And besides, no one's watching. Who comes
Yeah.
in here like 3 people? This is just a chance to talk to your friends. That's all it is. It's not a live stream.
He says, as this is currently in a live stream right now.
Well, yeah, but nobody's watching.
Yeah.
And nobody will watch.
Yeah, it's like that question, you know? If a tree falls down and no one's around to hear it, does it make a sound? It's like the same thing, but in live stream form. A live stream
the Pope-
happens, and no one's there to see it. Was it ever even live?
I think I'm very confused now.
Don't be. Just don't think about it too hard.
One of my... No. I have nothing to talk about.
Maybe we
Gonna
can,
be
maybe we can
honest,
watch
I
some more
have nothing
hentai
to talk
together.
about. My life is very boring.
Mine is too. That's why I talk about hentai.
Well, I don't want to talk about that because one, I don't watch it, and two, if I did, my paranoid brain's going to prevent me from doing that.
But what if there's some valuable thing, like lesson or something? So,
What in invaluable lesson are people going to learn?
I don't know. That's why you have to watch it. You gotta give it a chance. You can't just shut it out, or else you'll never get the chance.
I don't want to. That's the thing. I don't want to. Can I not want to?
I mean, sure. You can.
Sure.
Thank you. Oh dear.
I'm just saying, don't be afraid to partake in the conversation.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of something that I can contribute to the conversation, and I've got nothing.
Well, that's just it. Don't think about it.
Yeah. Also, Matt, I think I might need to start up my DMC4 stream soon because I'm slowly losing the ability to play DMC4.
Oh, so having the audience will...
I play it too hard. I'm actively starting to ruin my hand.
Oh.
There was... A while ago, there was a person in the live chat who asked, if there was a man trying to kill you with a spoon, and he follows you everywhere and can't be killed, how would you react?
I already said I'd call the police.
That would be the most logical reaction.
Spoons are dangerous,
I'm pretty sure I would do that too.
Yeah, spoons are pretty dangerous. They can, like, scoop out your eyeballs with that.
Yeah.
Well, if this person knows how to do that...
But if you're really cool, you don't even need a spoon. You could just pull a Kimbo slice and just pop their eyeball out. With your hands. He did that to a guy once.
Is that physically possible?
Yeah, Kimbo Slice did it.
What's up?
I don't think it was during a match. But Kimbo Slice did get into some type of fight and ended up popping some dude's eyeball out. The optic nerve was not separated, so it did just kind of dangle. But the eyeball did come out.
Okay then.
I'm sure it messed up his eye.
Hey Matt, did you finish the game? The Metal Gear game.
That's like a 100-hour game. No, I did not finish that.
What? Are you telling me you didn't finish
Okay.
a 100-hour game? Also, Metal Gear's not like 100 hours. It's like 100 hours if you do all the stupid bullshit that's in it.
How dare you, Matthew? How dare you not find all of the 80s mixtapes? They're 80s mixtapes, man! How could you neglect the 80s mixtape?
I haven't stopped playing it.
Huh. You just stopped playing it for that day, didn't you?
Yeah.
Figured as much.
Didn't
But
drop it
still,
forever.
why didn't you get all the 80s mixtape?
Because there's like 100 of those.
So?
I'm not gonna do that in one sitting.
That's not gonna stop you,
Why
man.
not?
It's the 80s mixtapes.
Why don't you be like those crazy people who take on those games that have like fucking 15-hour speed runs? And then they fuck up and then they get upset and I'm like, you brought this upon yourself. Why did you decide to do this 15-hour speed run?
How long is the Kingdom Hearts 2 speedrun? It's really long.
That one's kind of long. I think that one's around 4 hours or so. That being said, Kingdom Hearts 2 is like a 20-hour game, so significantly shorter than a casual playthrough. It's a pretty fun speedrun to watch, though.
I don't watch speedruns. I find them a little boring. I just prefer people to play. Well, no. I like to watch people play the game as it was intended to be played. But I won't deny that speedrunners are incredibly dexterous people, and I am very jealous of them.
The most interesting speedruns are the GTA speedruns because there's like no skips you can do there because just by the structure of the game.
A lot of the more modern games that they speedrun are kind of end up that way because the quality of QA just generally has gone up.
Like San Andreas is like a 6-hour speedrun, I think.
Damn, it's 6 hours? Ooh.
Wow. Wow, you're right. I don't think that game can be speed runned, but people found a way, I guess.
Let me look up what the record is.
I mean, I tend to enjoy watching the runs that don't have too many of those crazy skips anyway. Because, like, sometimes the skips are fun. But in games like, I don't know, Mario Sunshine, when it's a lot more like just having good movement and being able to optimize your platforming and jumps and stuff like that, it's pretty interesting to watch. I love watching Sunshine speedruns.
Okay, so according to speedrun.com, the any percent world record, this is the any percent world record of GTA San Andreas, is 3 hours and 57 minutes and 18 seconds.
Oh, okay.
If you don't do any glitches, that goes up by like 2 hours. It's a 5-hour speedrun.
Oh, yeah, nice.
Oh dear.
All missions is 6.5 hours, and 100% is 13 hours.
They did Super Mario Odyssey at this year's AGDQ. I think that one ended up to be around like 3.5 hours. It was a 500 moon run. So it was like the 500 moons to get to the darker side of the moon, and then they run through the darker side of the moon. That one's pretty interesting. It also got patched, so a lot of the older tricks don't work anymore.
So I'm a part of other Discord servers, and one of the people on that Discord server sent something that is very, very interesting.
Interesting, like offensive interesting, because we get a lot of that in this one too.
No,
Mostly when
just
Esper and
like
Chris talk to
interesting,
each other.
weird, interesting.
Oh, okay.
It's a WikiHow article. It's called How to Pretend to Have Ice Powers.
You telling me you don't have ice powers? You gotta pretend.
Oh, yeah, I don't think there's a WikiHow article that tells you how to get ice powers. You just have to pretend that you have ice powers because you are a human. And
Yeah, sure, human. Right.
Are you telling me you're not human?
You can interpret that however you'd like.
Dion's a robot.
Oh dear.
I'm definitely not a robot. I would like to be a cyborg, however.
I want to read this article to you all now. Would you like to see, or would you like me to read a part of it? There's,
Sure.
doing your research, getting the look, acting the part, and that's it. There's 3 parts. Would you all like to hear any in particular?
Read the whole thing.
Yeah,
The whole thing?
we got time.
Sure. Well, this is true. We do have time.
The night's still young.
Yeah, except for Matt. Mr. Bitch Boy, I need 8 hours of sleep.
Dion, it's 9 p.m.
It's important. Sleep is important.
Just saying. You're a bitch at all hours of the day, so telling me the time doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Thanks, Matt.
Okay, so this opening paragraph is structured weird, I think. Then again, WikiHow articles are weird. Their pictures are weird. These are things that I've heard. It's weird. Weird.
Well, I want to meet the guy who drew all the WikiHow drawings.
Poor guy must be overworked. Let's see. After watching Frozen, I'm reading the article now. After watching Frozen, many people want to be like Elsa and have her ice powers. Fortunately, you can actually have these powers even if you weren't born with them. It just takes a lot of practice, work, and education. If you can't do that, it's fine, because you can pretend to have these powers in order to both make yourself happier and prank other people. This article will help you convince others that you have ice powers.
Cool.
I don't know, it's like... Yes. Part 1. Doing your research. One of Part 1. Learn about the ice and snow. Every person who has ice powers has to know about the ice and snow and wintertime. Learn about how snow is formed, what snow crystals look like, and weather patterns in various parts of the world, especially where you live. Why do you need to learn all that? If it's a prank, I don't think you would need to learn all of that. Would you? I mean, unless you're going
that's where
really
you're wrong.
in-depth prank.
Because you have to keep all your bases covered. Because what if someone just hits you with the question, with like that out of left field question that you should just know, because you don't have to think about it most of the time.
I suppose
that's when they get
you gotta still be convincing.
Yeah.
You gotta be convincing with your prank, otherwise no one's going to believe it. Part 2 of Part 1. Read stories about winter magic. Start with The Ice Queen by Hans Christian Andersen, as this is what Frozen is based off of. The Snow Queen is in this story has ice powers, and you could learn a lot from her. Okay. Part 3 of 1. Watch movies and TV shows where people have ice powers. Watch Frozen or Rise of the Guardians. 2 great movies with characters. Pay attention to how these powerful characters act, what they do and say, and especially how they like the cold. Some other characters with ice powers include Frozone from The Incredibles, the Ice King from Adventure Time, Iceman from the X-Men, and Killer Frost from The Flash.
Why is Iceman number 3?
Why is who number 3?
Iceman. The first ice person I think of. He's Iceman. It's in the name.
That's not
I gotta
who
be honest with you,
think
actually.
of.
I think of Frozone first.
It's because you're a child.
Yeah, I don't know who comes to mind when I think of person who has ice powers, but I definitely know Iceman is
It's
not
Killer
one
Frost
of
for
them.
me.
Like,
His name's Iceman.
well, just because he's Iceman doesn't mean he's not the man with ice powers. Dion.
The man with ice powers. That's like his whole thing. He's the ice guy.
Help me, I'm so overwhelmed with how hot I am.
I feel you.
Hey, so Dion,
me?
you should send me your schedule so I can figure out when I'm taking you to school.
Alright.
Also, read out your full name and SSN and address on the...
Yeah, one moment.
I didn't tell him to put it on the stream, I just told him to send me it.
Well, I'm telling him to put it on stream.
Yeah, well, I always listen to Matt, so...
Oh, Hi, Carlos.
I take Matt's word as gospel.
Words aren't real.
Words? Yeah.
Very aware of that, yes. You told me. Like, what was it? Last night? I'm reading a WikiHow article. I shall continue with that. Part 2. Getting the look. This part has 8 steps.
That's a lot of steps.
Yeah, that's a lot of steps.
Dude, I can't even count that high.
I can.
Wow,
How
I'm
high
jealous.
can you
I mean,
count?
I know you're really good at counting. You don't have to rub it in my face. You already did it before. Mister, I can count to 19.
If you need someone to bring ice to a party, call Iceman. What about the other ice people that were listed in the article and by us?
It's because Iceman's the ice guy. That's his thing. He's the Iceman.
I don't
Why
even know who
wouldn't you call
Iceman
the
is.
Iceman? Why would you call Iceman? You know, Bobby Iceman.
Like, no one else. No one else. Iceman. He's the premier ice guy.
He's Iceman.
Man. Frozone. Stupid. Elsa.
He's Iceman.
stupid.
He sucks in Marvel
He's
too.
Iceman.
He's
Elsa is
Iceman.
stupid, I agree. But I think of Killer Frost.
Iceman. I think she sucks in Injustice.
Who, Killer Frost?
Yeah.
I don't know, I don't play Injustice.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
It's been a while since I've seen some Injustice. Even then, I only really watched Injustice 2 and not Injustice 1.
Alright.
Shout out to
Continuing.
Injustice 2. with
That's
Batman
the only
stupid
thing he's good for now. Don't take the one thing away from him. Like the one thing he has going for him.
Yeah, he's Iceman.
He's Iceman.
Frozone from anything, or did Incredibles just make him up?
No, Iceman.
Incredibles made him up.
I thought we're still talking about Iceman.
He's Black Iceman.
Wow.
No, all the Incredibles characters are original to the Incredibles.
Oh really? All of them are original?
Yeah.
Oh, I figured they copied some of them.
No.
Okay. Moving on now. With
I
the
mean, you
eighth,
could argue that they're all satires of existing heroes.
with the,
Right, that's what I thought.
with the eight steps to part 2. Part 2, step 1. Add a little bit of white in your hair. Although bleaching your whole head is a viable option, it's not necessary and can easily go wrong. Instead, add a few white streaks or highlights here and there. Or you can
Rusted
just
tips,
get
got it.
some white hair extensions so you don't damage your hair. But what about the prank, bruh?
Your
You
hair's
want to
already
go all
dead, who
out
cares
with the
about it?
prank, then... Like... Bruh! Step 2. Accessorize. Have some winter jewelry like snowflake charms or other wintry pattern. You can wear necklaces, earrings, rings, bracelets, bows, or anything else that strikes your fancy. But take it easy, don't wear all these things at the same time or you'll look like you're trying too hard and people will be suspicious. What if they see that you didn't what if they see that you didn't bleach your hair? Then you'll be in for it. And also, what if you're a dude?
You don't have to bleach your
Apparently
hair,
there's a
that's
frozen yogurt place called the Frozone.
Oh, dude, that sounds epic. I would want to... Ooh, that sounds epic. I'd totally go to a place like that.
do you mean is or did you mean was? Because probably they got sued.
Oh, I don't know. I'll look up if they're still around. Oh, they're still open.
Oh, that's shocking.
It's in Oregon. Well, this specific one.
Well,
I don't
I
know if there's
think
more.
it's because this is the name of a business and
They
not
shouldn't.
trying to be like another character.
Well, yeah,
So,
but do you
like,
think
if
that
there
would
was
stop
another
Disney?
character named Frozone, that would be bad.
There's another one in
That would-
Pennsylvania.
Would you eat at the Frozen?
Probably.
Would you step into the door and be like, "Wow, what a chill place"?
All right, Dion, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave.
That's okay.
I think Comic Sans is also in that kind of very pun mindset. Iceman isn't cool. I think he's too stressed. He should chill.
He probably does need to chill.
Hey, so Dion,
What?
if Tuesday is just a lab, do you think I need to go anyway?
That's up to you, honestly.
Well, I don't even know if they're gonna have labs the first day.
I don't think they'll have a lab the first day if you haven't had the class yet, so.
Yeah, the class that I'm supposed to have for that lab is on the Monday, which is canceled.
Yeah, I don't think you'd have to go, but, I mean, I think you could still send an email if you really wanted to. The professor should probably let you know, honestly.
I mean, no, they haven't opened the class yet on Blackboard, so.
Well.
If I don't have to go to that, then I can take you whenever you want on Tuesday.
Alright.
And do you still have a dorm?
Yeah, but I gotta figure out the fucking bus schedule, because I have some classes on the other campus.
That's gross.
You see how I have that one fucking class at fucking Thursday night on the other campus? I'm gonna shoot myself every Thursday.
Well, what time is it on Thursday? 7?
Yeah.
I think you should have plenty of time to take the bus.
I do, but I don't want to fucking go to the other campus
Well,
for
why'd
my
you sign
one
up for
class
it?
because there were no other classes!
Yeah, my classes on Thursdays I have to be there like at 9. That's my first class, so
Yeah,
you're totally good on Thursdays.
yeah, my major just a little short on classes. They don't have enough for the amount of people that are in it right now. Which is why this past summer they've just been trying to add more classes in because there straight up aren't enough and they fill up too fast. That being said, those fill up fast too because they add like one section at a time. And all the people get there first, the ones who are already on the wait list.
Oh wait, you do have a class on Wednesday. So did you want to just stay in your dorm for the whole week and just come back on Fridays?
Yeah.
Or Thursdays? No, yeah, Fridays.
Yeah, that's the plan.
Okay. So I'll pick you up Fridays. Do I have a Friday class? I don't have a Friday class. Alright, whatever. I'll just pick you up whenever I wake up on Friday.
Back
And then for
to-
Mondays, my first class on Mondays is at 1:30, so I'll come around at like 12:30.
You don't gotta worry about this Monday.
Well, yeah. But for other Mondays, for this one, whenever you want on Tuesday. If I figure out who the fuck my teacher is.
Did they still not have the teacher of?
Well, it has their last name or something, but I don't know what their fucking email is because they're not on Blackboard.
Oh well.
Isn't the teacher's
Oh.
email on that website usually listed under?
It's on Blackboard. It's not on Patriot Web.
Oh. Okay.
Also, the instructor for the lab is actually TBA on on my on my thing. So
Oh fuck, my Monday class is on the other
That doesn't
campus too.
sound good.
Shit.
you have what?
My Monday class is on the other campus too.
Oh really?
God damn.
Well, you should have plenty of time from 12 o'clock. Or from 1 really, when we're gonna get there.
Big oof. Big oof.
What time is your Monday class? Let's see.
I think it starts at 1:30.
Oh, oof.
Ugh.
Yeah, you need to figure out how much time you need to get there, and I'll just come early.
Mhm.
Press F for Dion. For Dion.
Hopefully it's not something where I have to come like at 9. Let me check the bus schedule actually.
I got the most fucking. The only ones I have on the other campus are the ones the most inconvenient times, which is ones on fucking Monday and Thursday.
Alright, I found the schedule. I'm not entirely sure how to read it. I don't think it tells you how long it takes to get for the shuttle to get there.
Yeah, well, we can figure it out Monday.
So haven't you taken it before?
No, I never had to go to the other campus.
Oh.
Because I was always able to get classes that were either online or on the main campus. But now that wasn't an option because they just fill up so fucking fast and there just aren't enough classes.
A bus departs every half hour. Oh wow, there's fucking Wi-Fi on the shuttle.
Real cool.
That's expensive.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it costs a lot of money for mobile Wi-Fi.
Alright, fuck that.
Well, no, not for you. I mean for the school. I'm pretty sure it'd be free on the bus for you.
I mean, probably.
Matt hasn't.
And it's probably coming out of your tuition.
Yeah.
Matt, has anyone told you how sexy you are? Chris, now that you mention it, I have literally never been told anything remotely similar to that.
It's okay. I get the same thing. Actually, the only one who's told me that is Chris. So I guess we are in the same boat. High fives for me and Matt.
Nobody's even gotten close, okay? There hasn't been a cute, there hasn't been a handsome, there hasn't been a mildly attractive, there hasn't been an okay.
In terms of what?
In terms of what people tell me.
Oh, the buses are less active on Fridays, by the way, Dion.
Oh, okay.
Oh. Huh. Matt has already said that he has not at least gotten an okay, so... Awkward. You and me both. Hey, you know what we
Yeah,
could
but
all
Matt's
use more
cool.
of? That...
I have gotten too tall. I've gotten that.
Well, you got a handsome.
You're a giant, Matt.
I don't count, Chris.
You're a giant.
Oh, that's Chris.
So it looks like the buses are scheduled to take about an hour.
Oh,
So
that's
you should be on the bus at
Chris.
12
Oh.
on Mondays.
Hi, Chris. Why don't you actually jump into the voice chat?
It's probably at work.
Fair enough.
So I'll come get you at 11 on Mondays then.
Alright.
You know what we could all use more of? That WikiHow article. Let's read it now. We're on step 3 of part 2. Wear winter colors. Wear blues, whites, silvers, and maybe a bit of black. You can wear normal colors too, but winter colors should form most of your wardrobe. Wear casual and sometimes over-the-moon fancy outfits. Okay. For example, think of Frozen-themed outfits. Wear casual blue or white long or occasionally short shirts. I keep forgetting that this is a Frozen thing. Wear sweaters in the shades of blue, dark blue, light blue, and white. And for pants, wear some long spandex or leggings in the colors black, blue, white, and gray. Maybe use accessories such as a hood over your head or a casual scarf. Wear occasional fancy blue or white dresses. Step 4 of Part 2. Wear this sort of gear often. Dress according to the event and try to wear more dresses at home so that you don't have to conceal your true ways. Wouldn't Step 4 also need to be congealed with Step 3? Wouldn't you need to say that? That's a thing that needs to be said.
I should probably check how much money I have left in my meal plan, by the way.
I mean, probably.
I'm gonna need like 500 for the rest of the semester, but I don't want to buy a new one if I'm pretty close to that.
You're gonna blow it all on Panda Express.
Well, no, I'm gonna go to probably Ike's on Mondays.
And then Panda Express.
Yeah, Panda Express any other days.
Oh, it's too bad that guy's an idiot.
Who's an idiot?
This random I'm playing online, playing Gears of War, clowning on kids.
Okay. Should I stop reading the article? Is this getting boring for anyone?
You can keep reading if you like. I don't mind.
Does anybody else mind?
Here.
I don't care.
I've got $475 in my account.
You're short 25. What are you gonna do? What's gonna happen to you?
I'll just take it out of the GI housing plan thing.
What are you gonna do?
Can't believe Carlos is gonna starve to death.
Carlos is gonna starve.
I'm gonna...
It's like
I'm
that
gonna be
episode
honest,
of
this is
SpongeBob.
getting kind of boring. I'm gonna stop.
Okay.
It's like that episode of SpongeBob where Patrick ate the thing. He was like,
I didn't even realize I don't have a Friday class. Thought I did.
I normally don't. I actually don't think I've ever had a Friday class.
Damn, I'm
Oh wait, I
thirsty.
do have a Wednesday class. Okay, it was Friday that I don't have a class.
I feel like you've realized that twice already.
Oh, that's bad. I made a thing for a Wednesday. Oops, I should probably go fix that.
You took my shit.
Damn, I'm thirsty. I'm thirsty.
See, Matthew, this is what happens when I let my inhibitions run wild. I start getting awkward.
You haven't said anything.
This is true, but the only source of entertainment I have now stopped reading.
Don't try so hard, just don't think about it.
Chris, stop doing that.
I would agree. Chris, please stop doing that.
He's not even that black.
I mean, it's true. I'm not.
Don't be rude and edgy for the sake of being
Damn, I'm
rude and
thirsty.
edgy. It
Yeah, that's
doesn't
my
go
job.
over well for anybody.
That's my job. I'm the edgy
I'm
boy
out
here.
of time, but I'm out of my
Taking
but
your
I'm out of my
cure.
head when you're not around.
Because being edgy is
Damn, I'm
really
thirsty.
fun. get the fire talk about how no one ever understands me, and how the world's just a big lie.
Oh, Matt, it looks like you've added that musical number in.
What? Oh, no, this isn't actually a musical number.
Oh, what is that then?
He's singing along to a song, but it's not an actual musical number.
Is it Work It Out?
What
He's
song?
singing Out of Touch by Hall & Oates.
Why isn't it Every Time We Touch by Cascade?
What song is that?
Out of Touch by Hall & Oates.
Okay.
Why isn't it Every Time We Touch by Cascade? Chris, I don't need you being in the news about how you killed your friend. Oh man.
Why
You know
this
what?
song?
I meant to watch Frosty Faustings today, but I forgot about it.
Why Out of Touch?
Yeah.
Because I like it.
Because Matt likes terrible music, that's why. That being said, I don't know what that song sounds like. But it's probably awful.
It's because Chara is an 80s kid and he likes the 80s.
Gross. I was singing earlier today, and I heard my sister laughing in the other room. Granted, it was like 2 hours from my singing, but I got really paranoid.
What did she say about it?
You didn't.
Oh yeah, she just laughed. So she didn't think it was very good, huh?
I'm gonna be real. I don't think my singing is the greatest. I will say with confidence I am the best singer. My mom's completely
curious.
tone deaf. My sister's not very good. And my dad has very little vocal range.
I'm curious.
Yeah, we'll stay curious.
Oh, come on. Please bless us with your talent.
No, thank you.
I'm gonna make Dion sing a musical number in Swole Foods. It's happening now.
No, thank you. All you gotta do is walk in on me while I'm listening to you and I Dead Mouse remix.
Bless us with your talent.
'Cause
Oh, God of
that
music.
song is a banger.
We must hear the godly singing voice that you have. Please
No.
shower us with it. Would you please?
No.
No.
I'll tell you what, Dion, you sing for us, and I'm gonna still cry in my sleep.
Yeah, that's okay. I do that too.
If the pie that my mom made isn't all gone by the time that you sing, I'll mail a slice of that to your house.
Not gonna lie, I would really enjoy a slice of pie.
But then again, it was for someone else, so probably not that. I'll give you a cookie. I'll
Okay.
get a cookie and I will mail it to your house if you sing this.
Well, why
You
can't I
sing
just
for us.
not sing and then steal the pie?
Because the pie was for someone else.
So,
So that would be rude.
yeah, and
And being rude is bad.
what?
Minnie,
So
I'm
I've
gonna,
been told. Discourteous. Something
Minnie, I'm gonna
frowned upon in society.
I'm gonna stop you right there. The only reason Dion has not killed somebody yet is because it's illegal.
It would cause a lot of problems if I got into legal trouble. So I restrained myself. But yo, I'd for sure go ham on people if murder wasn't illegal.
It is illegal to steal the pie.
I would have iced that Asian bitch at the seafood counter. I probably would have iced Adriana.
Oh, don't ice him.
I would have iced him the 5th time he made that stupid fucking joke about Dijon mustard.
Dion,
What?
sing for us.
No.
Why not?
Cause I don't want
Why? Because you don't want to.
to. Yeah.
Dang it. I thought I could get you.
Oh Christ.
Can't.
I'm gonna
I
stop
guess.
fiddling with my eye. Matt, you need to tell me to stop fiddling with my eyes.
Why? You're a grown man.
I'm not a grown man. I'm still very much a child.
Aren't we all? Aren't we all just children at heart?
I can't even drink yet. I'm not an
out of
adult.
time, but I'm out of my
Well, I don't
head when
think
you're not
you have to
around.
drink
Damn,
in
I'm
order
thirsty.
to be an adult.
I have no health insurance. I'm an adult.
You're still on your parents' health insurance. Unless
I'm
your
actually
parents don't have
not,
health
because my
insurance.
dad doesn't know how to sign papers.
Oh my goodness.
I'm still on mine, maybe, depending on how legally binding that Texas judge's order is.
My cousin
Despite
my cousin
being
Eddie
old
had to sign the
enough to
paper.
be an adult, I very much do not act like a typical adult, so...
My cousin Eddie had his dad like force him to sign the papers to get off the health insurance.
You know, if Eddie was on my health insurance, I wouldn't want him on my health insurance either.
Well, he's 26 now.
Okay, so there isn't a musical number, he's just singing to this one song. And I'm assuming you're singing it. Is that right, Matt?
Yeah, I'm the one. Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
it's not,
he's
it's,
singing "Work It Out" from the Sonic R soundtrack, the very
not
clearly best song on that track, and not "Can You Feel the Sunshine."
it's not Daryl Hall singing the song. So yes, it's me.
I'm just saying, there's too much love for "Can You Feel the Sunshine" and not enough for "Work It Out."
We talking about movies?
I'm talking about the Sonic R soundtrack. Because that soundtrack is toppers. It
But-
slaps, as the kids say. It
I've
slaps
never
the
played
word.
Sonic R. I've only heard of the stupid Tails doll creepypasta.
The soundtrack's really good.
Of Tails Doll?
The Tails doll creepypasta.
The Tails Doll
I don't
soundtrack.
think it's
Yeah,
stupid.
yeah, the
I
Tails.
don't think it's very good, at least from what I've heard.
Is the Tails Doll soundtrack the Sonic R soundtrack but backwards? So it's like creepy.
Yeah, that's the prerequisite for every single creepy soundtrack in the world. It's just a
How do
song
you make it
backwards.
backwards?
You just any song. You just play a song backwards and then something creepy happens. It's how the world works. You play
Yeah,
a
did
song
you know that
backwards
if you
and
played
then something bad happens.
if you played All Star by Smash Mouth backwards, it sounds like they're saying the devil over and over and over again.
If you summon it, Shrek comes out and tells you all of your sins, and then he just disappears into the ether as soon as the song's over. Like, nothing bad particularly happens, but that moment is just enough to constitute, like, something bad happening.
Shrek comes out and says, "The devil 666."
So when does the devil come into all of this, considering how heavy-handed it is?
Do you still make it a point? Do you still make a point of reading shitty creepypastas?
No.
Now that you mention it, no, I don't.
Oh, that's good.
Do you?
No, that's Matt's wheelhouse.
Is it?
Yeah, he fucking loves, he loves reading creepypastas, and he loves looking at the part where they go like, and then blood started coming out of the cartridge, but I kept going anyway.
That's the best part, Dion.
It's really stupid.
Matt, do you actually do that?
Not anymore. I used to.
You
Yeah,
used
he
to?
was all in on it, dude.
We made a Doritos Crash Course creepy.
Oh my god, we did.
Oh! I would love to hear about this. What is this? What is this tale? Weave for us this tale.
I would send you the audio, but it was on a stream and I got a copyright strike on that stream, so I had to.
Ha ha ha.
Do you remember?
Strikes again.
Do
Not
you
really.
remember what you said?
I don't remember.
Well, shoot! I want to
remember-
know now.
Wasn't that the one where Jonathan kept making a point of saying everything related back to 666?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I was a big fan of that joke.
Oh, I just.
It was also the one where it was like store brand Doritos Crash Course.
Yeah.
Like, okay, so I remember, like, I was wondering for the longest time why creepypastas were so dumb. And then I watched Jenny Nicholson's video, and then it just clicked. It clicked. It's because all creepypastas are just absolutely ridiculous. Like, not even ridiculous to the... Like, it gets so ridiculous to the point where it isn't even scary anymore, she said. So it's like...
Are you telling me that continuing to play a video game where blood comes out of the cartridge is ridiculous?
No, I mean, like, it clicks, but it's like, oh, now I understand it now, so I can appreciate it all the more, I guess. And it's just like, I don't read creepypastas. I don't, but... Oh, dear. I don't know, this conversation is very entertaining, and I want to continue it. Matt, what was the last creepypasta you remember reading?
Something terrible.
It was the King of the Hill one.
Oh my fucking god, you actually remember one of those stupid fucking creepypastas.
There was this King of the Hill creepypasta where like it was like a lost early version of the first episode where like where Hank just like beats his wife.
Oh my god.
What?
And then
Does her fucking blood splatter on the wall in a pentagram?
he like there's like hyper realistic violence, and he takes a can of propane and says, "Strickland, forgive me for this," and then
What?
and then he bashes her head in with the propane.
Why?
Because it's a creepypasta.
Well,
That's pretty creepy. Hank Hill bashing
well, I
Peggy's
know
face in.
that.
The line Strickland, forgive me for this, was my favorite part, and it's the one that sticks out to me.
Well, yeah, because it's really fucking dumb.
Like, the parts that stick out to me in pretty much any creepypasta are the uses of, like, the word hyper-realistic. To try and convey something like... To convey realism, like, this is super real, you guys, and... Like... I don't know, part of me feels like that's not effective at all. The term of hyper-realistic and creepypastas gets overused a lot to the point where it just loses all meaning.
I feel
Matt, wouldn't you say
creepypastas have
so?
no
You've read so many with probably that same term. Wouldn't you say it's kind of worn out as welcome?
Matt, seasoned creepypasta veteran.
Yeah.
It's just like... It's just a word now. Like, it no longer contains meaning.
Matt, is there an object in your life that you can base a creepypasta around? Like one that should have had a creepypasta made about it?
My Cintiq.
What?
Is it because of the ant on the inside of the screen?
Oh, it didn't happen to me, that happened to Alex.
Oh, okay.
What did you say?
I am gonna have...
Your what?
My Cintiq.
Your Cintiq. What's a Cintiq again?
That's the tablet I'm drawing on right now.
Oh.
It's
That's
haunted.
the one where you draw straight on the screen.
It's haunted.
Oh. Why?
Yeah. Well,
Why do you think creepypasta needs to be made about this?
Okay, well, picture this, right? I'm animating an episode of the Twin Souls, when all of a sudden I open a scene, and it's a hyper-realistically animated version of Frisk's dad fucking him in the ass.
And then immediately after that, he kills him, and then blood splatters.
No, and I'm like, what is this shit? And so I delete it, right? But then I'm working on the cartoon again, and I have a draft ready, and so I review the draft. But then just spliced into the middle of it is a scene where Frisk is fucking his dad again, and I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? Why does it keep showing up? And I delete it, right?
Yes.
And every scene I animate just becomes that.
Matthew just said every semen.
Yeah.
That sounds like so that sounds like a very weird... If it was just that would be a very weird cartoon. Okay, moving back. God. Ooh.
Whole Foods creepypasta where cat kills herself.
Oh, is that like Squidward's suicide, but like with...
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
The creepypasta where absolutely nothing happens. But it's described in the most... Well, it's attempt... Like, it's... A creepypasta where nothing happens, but someone tries to attempt to say it in, like, a creepy way. Like, someone tries to, like, make the nothing sound creepy, and it doesn't work.
Matt, you should do a creepypasta of bedtime stories.
What?
Of the Adam Sandler movie?
No, you just read several bedtime stories, but in the creepypasta voice.
Dude, bedtime stories are creepypastas. Shut up.
Not the
All
grim
those-
ones, the normal one.
Yeah, but those are all creepypastas. Come on.
Yeah, the grim fairy tales are messed up when you look back at them, and when you actually take the time to read them, there are scandals and lost children and beatings and absolutely weird things going down, just like
Yeah, nothing like going to buy a fucking Donkey Kong 64 cartridge at a garage sale.
What
But
if Matt's channel gets really big
but it
for him
stays
just
the
like keep
same.
on reading stupid shit?
Matt gets popular for reading shitty creepypastas.
Not even that. Let's just have a channel where we have Matt read the dumbest stuff.
Oh, Matt, you should read the news, but in a creepypasta voice.
I don't know, to be fair, this administration's kind of just one big creepypasta.
This administration. We're in administration now?
But I'm out.
No, the Trump administration.
But I'm
Yeah,
out.
that's one big creepypasta.
Oh.
Did you guys hear about the president?
America went to a garage sale to go find a president, and they find one that says 44.
What is this?
But I'm out.
It took a little while
But
to
I'm
catch
out.
up. Like,
But I'm
oh, that
But
sounds
I'm
so
But I'm out.
stupid. I love it.
No, you see, Matt, America
But
needed a
I'm out.
president, so
But
they
I'm
went to
out.
the garage sale and they found a big box that had 44 taped on it. And then they opened it and Donald Trump came out and everyone was like, oh god.
But I'm out. But I'm
And then
out.
just he just announced himself as the president. He and he did this all with pentagrams and crud. And he used the number 666
But I'm out.
to ensure his winning in the
That's
election.
how he signs all of his bills.
But I'm out.
Yeah.
But I'm
Not
out.
only that, but he signs it with that and a pentagram
My head.
in blood. Hyper realistic blood. Oh. Oh. They tried to get him back and just like press mail. They tried to mail him back to the sender, but he just came back and said, "You know you can't mail a person back to sender, right?" But it was too late.
Blood started oozing from the Constitution.
Yeah. I really like the idea of America collectively taking out Donald Trump at a garage sale.
I mean, that's kind of what happened.
Yeah.
Blood started oozing out of all of the national monuments.
Donald Trump sitting in the discount bin.
Hyper-realistic blood. Mm.
There was a hyper-realistic spray tan on his face.
It's like hyper-realistic blah. Ooh. Oh, Ooh. Oh, let's see. What else can we do?
He gives the State of the Union address in Latin.
Not only that, but it's backwards.
I'm not a heavily religious man, but if the president gave the State of the Union in Latin, I would freak out.
I'd freak my shit, dude. I can't have someone.
What if he? What if he spoke Latin but backwards?
Dude, that happened in Happy. When I was watching Happy, one of the characters just starts speaking Latin, and I'm just like, hold up, are they just straight up possessed now?
Ooh, were there pentagrams and hyper-realistic blood? Is this the director's cut where everything's weird?
Oh, oops.
Hmm.
This bitch steal my gun? Oh my god.
Ha! Okay. I am done running that subject into the ground. Ooh, dear. Sorry about that. No, but seriously. What movie was it?
What?
What movie was it?
I was talking about a Netflix show that I don't know when Happy came out, Matt, do you know?
2017.
Okay, yeah. It's a short 10-episode Christmas Netflix show about a kid getting abducted and a gross deadbeat hitman trying to save this child with his child's imaginary friend. It's a pretty fun show, honestly.
Ha.
The imaginary friend is voiced by Patton Oswalt.
Oh yes, it is. He does crack. Like the imaginary friend, not Patton Oswalt. Maybe Patton Oswalt does crack. I don't know.
Pretty sure he doesn't do crack.
I can't speak for him.
Patton Oswalt, would you like to come on the stream and deny all the crack you smoke?
Yeah.
Would you like to admit that you watch us?
If he doesn't come on the stream, I will be forced to believe he smokes crack every day. He's got to defend himself from these accusations, bro. If he doesn't, they'll be true.
And why are we in charge of proving whether they're true?
It's like Me Too, but with crack instead of girls.
Why? Furthermore, I ask again, why are we in charge of determining whether this thing is... Why are we in charge of determining whether he does?
So you're asking the wrong question. The question is, why aren't we?
Yeah, I'm asking the question, why are we?
No, why aren't we? That's the real question.
Because he doesn't know us, and we have no say in this, clearly. This is just something we made up.
Well, you see, you don't know that. You don't know we made it up because he never came on here to defend himself.
I'm very inclined to believe that you made it up.
Yeah, well, you never figure out the truth because Patton Oswalt will not show up. He doesn't care about his fans.
But I'm out of my head. My head when.
Oh boy. Matt, I've started snoring in my sleep recently.
It's no good.
It's not good. Now I wake up upset all the time, but like for different reasons. It's not something dumb, like the inevitable heat-death universe, but something meaningful, like why the fuck am I snoring?
Oh no.
Feels so good to be working on the Twin Souls again.
And we're back to creepypasta.
What?
We're back to creepypasta. I found out another creepypasta thing exists. Basically.
Oh.
Zalgo or whatever. What's that?
I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, I looked it
some
up.
Shitty NES game.
Zalgo 64.
I was close.
My head.
No, actually, it's not a game.
It's the fame.
Oh boy. Oh my god.
My head.
The incredibly ironic fame. The wiki says Zalgo is a being that could be best described as a horror, a creature of utmost terror. He is known as He Who Waits Behind the Wall and the Nesperdian Hive Mind in some circles. He
I
is
think that
an
was a
eyeless
lyric in The Nightmare Before
abomination with
Christmas.
7 mouths.
That sounds like some Lovecraft shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Probably
does,
Lovecraft.
doesn't it?
You know Lovecraft really hated black people.
Yes.
Well, you know,
Yes, I
everyone's got
did
their
actually.
vices.
I learned that Lovecraft was absolutely paranoid of absolutely everything.
Watching a bunch of Hell's Kitchen episodes on YouTube, Gordon Ramsay just took the food away from the priest because it was so bad.
Big oof.
Oh wow. Big Boy Scouts doing work over here. What a rarity, someone playing online with a fucking brain. He's running to the oh my god, what an idiot. Hey Matt, you want to rabbit some hentai?
Tion.
Gonna be honest with you, Dion, I don't.
Why not? You might discover something about yourself.
Hey Matt, you said you missed working on the Twin Souls earlier?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
What about it?
I don't know. I'm just trying to start conversation.
What if he doesn't? And he's lying so his fans don't cannibalize him.
All 5 of them
Oh,
watching the stream right now.
that hurt.
Man, come on. If anything, it's an improvement. I said it was 3 earlier.
You said it yourself, Matt, that not many people watch them.
Yeah, but you said I had 5 fans total.
Okay, not 5 fans total, but Dion implied that said fans were watching the stream. So, like, I'm sorry.
You know, I actually had a nightmare once.
That people watched your stream was scary.
No,
I had a nightmare that people watch me stream. Like, more than 5.
I had a nightmare once that I released the Twin Souls 5, and it had like an 80% dislike ratio, and it was like the most views I had ever gotten, but it was like an 80% dislike ratio, and like every single comment was like, man, you really fucking went downhill. Fucking, I hope you enjoy these views because you're never getting them again.
You just had a nightmare about people shit talking you on the internet.
Yeah.
Matt, you're such a small dreamer.
Well, I have nightmares about people shit talking me in real life.
Yeah,
Constantly.
you're a small dreamer. Why
I
don't you
don't know,
dream
I'd say
about
that's a
violent
very
murder like
realistic
me?
fear to have, people not liking you.
Well, yeah, it's realistic because it's true.
Yeah, dreams aren't for realism.
Yeah, but I think it is a realistic fear for people to not like you.
Well, yeah.
Well, yeah, it's especially realistic because it's true.
No, it's not true. We're your friends. There are people who like you, much to my stupid joke earlier that wasn't even a joke.
I would have been Matt's friend, but he doesn't want to rabbit hentai with me, so now friendship is ruined.
You have people who like you. We're the people who like you. And despite me joking about how you only have 5 fans, you definitely have more than 5 fans, and I am sorry!
Offer's still open, Matt. You could have one more fan. You know what to do.
I'm sorry again.
You're fine.
Okay. Hmm. So,
Fuck.
So why do you like working on the Twin Souls? Or at least
I don't know. I just
now
really hate. I really hated working on UFA. That's really all it is.
Oh. Political discourse and whatnot, or it's just in general?
No, just in general, I hated working on it. Could not stand it.
Hmm.
It's like,
It loves politics. You can't get enough.
I'm sure someone could take over?
I wouldn't be able to pay anybody.
What if they just did it because they like you?
That would be me exploiting them.
This is true. I'm sorry.
For what?
I don't know, just anything?
You're sorry that I can't exploit people?
No.
Yeah, I'm sorry that you can't exploit people.
No,
I'm
it's
sorry
not
too.
that.
I wish you had the courage to exploit
Not that!
people.
It's not that! I said a stupid thing, alright? Sometimes I just say sorry because I don't know what else to say.
I'm
You
not
like the game,
criticizing you.
And I'm
I'm
just-
just voicing my opinion. I'm voicing my feeling. And I feel sorry that Matt lacks the will to exploit people, because that's something he needs. He's had, like, no backbone his entire life. He just had the will to just screw someone over. Maybe
Sometimes
if
you
you
just
have
gotta
your
exploit
first...
minority races.
Yeah, sometimes you just gotta step on a bitch, you know what I'm saying? See, Michelle knows because she's a horrible person.
Exactly.
Hey, Matt.
Yes.
If you don't
What?
like working on UFA... Stop.
What'd you say?
If you don't want to work on UFA and if you want to stop, is there any chance you could tell your patrons this?
I mean, they're not paying for it, so like...
Just tell him to hold that. He went to the wrong spot. Oh my god, this bitch!
I would only have to tell them if they, like, already paid for it, and then I decided not to release it.
Yeah,
Which is not what's happening.
and then you gotta look like an asshole.
And I'll finish it eventually. Just... I'm tired of working on it right now.
Why do you hate your fans, man?
What fans?
This is one of those times where I just feel like everything that comes out of my mouth is wrong.
You're not the one who said it, Dion is.
Yeah, and I'm always right, so you have nothing to fear. Michelle said so. I have no choice but to believe her. It's not like Chris will believe me when I say it.
We're all jokesters, we have fun.
I know.
What are you talking about? I never have fun.
That's when I talk about how I hate myself, that's real. And I tell everyone it's a joke so that they don't call the police.
I only have fun when I'm ranting about shitty anime. which means I have fun all the time because there's a lot of it.
I'm here if anyone needs anything.
Oh Christ!
What?
What time is it?
And
It's 10:01.
There probably
in fact, I should.
won't be many people outside, so I'm gonna open it. It's fucking hot.
Okay. I might be going.
Remember, a baby's gots to do what a baby's gots to do.
Matt, shut up.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
I might go here in a sec. But Matt, I'm sorry if this got a little too real.
I'm always real.
Damn.
Okay, how's this for a let me rephrase that. I'm sorry if this got too sad.
I'm always sad. It's okay.
God, Matt, you're so emo. Why don't you be more upbeat like me?
I had somebody approach me in the cafeteria the other day and be like, Matt, why are you just standing next to the drink machine? You look so emo.
That's pretty funny.
That sounds hilarious.
Oh.
You know what? Forget it. I'm being too hard on myself. I'm being too hard on myself again.
Well, don't be.
Yeah, man, just relax. It's not you that's the problem. It's Matt. He's the emo one. They said so.
I'm the broken human being.
You're not broken, you're just flawed. No one's broken. They're
Yeah,
just
especially
flawed.
not me.
That's not true. Chris is 100% broken.
Chris is a broken
Yeah,
person.
okay.
What constitutes broken's a very fine line.
Yeah, and Chris is past that fine line.
He broke that line. Snapped it into you.
What does Chris think about this?
About being broken, he doesn't like it.
He doesn't like it, but he can't stop himself because he's got a problem.
Hmm. Ah. Well, still, I do think I have to go. I have no doubt that I might need to get ready for bed soon, so,
Hey, man, you're not contracted to be here. You can leave
I
whenever
know.
you want.
No, yeah, she is.
Whew.
She has to stay until the stream ends.
Did you know, I don't know if I mentioned this, but,
No, Matt, I don't know anything.
no, I mean, I just thought I'd let everyone know before I go.
You also just drop out.
you know, like I do.
Nah.
I skip out on people all day. Sometimes people will text me and be like, hey man, let's meet up to do something. And I'll be like, yeah, and don't show up.
Well, then that's rude.
That's not true. No one ever texts me.
Then why did you say you do that?
Because I'm a liar! It's what I do!
I thought you sung badly, and that's what you did.
I do not sing poorly. I sing okay. I classify my singing as acceptable.
Then sing for us.
No.
If it's acceptable, why aren't you gonna sing for us?
Because I don't want to sing for you.
Okay,
Think
fair
of it
enough.
This way, like, sex is acceptable, but when you do it in front of other people...
Yeah?
Oh, okay. Never mind that analogy, then.
Yeah, shut up.
I'm gonna go now.
Bye.
Bye.
Also, Michelle, why do you sound like you're so far away?
Because I am, because my computer is being a fuck.
Oh, okay. I hope you get back safely.
That would be the last time we ever saw Michelle.
Are you laughing at Michelle's imagined death?
Matthew.
No, I'm laughing because back when I would play Minecraft with Billy and Jonathan, Billy would do this thing sometimes where he would just narrate me. And so once, fucking was building something and a creeper showed up and blew up all our shit. And I was like, oh, god damn it, alright, fuck this, I'm gonna go dig or in a cave or something. And I walked into the cave and then Billy said that would be the last time we ever saw our friend Matthew go.
He said that every time.
Yeah.
Good.
Now some of you might be wondering, how exactly does one beat like a sheep? Take it away, Gabe!
Oh, Jesus! I'm stupid! I don't know how to drink water anymore.
That was the last time we ever saw Dion.
Yeah, that's okay. No one ever needs to see me again.
Oh, I miss talking to Billy. Hey Billy, if you're out there, hit me up. I want to talk to you again.
Billy, come back.
I like don't know how to contact him. That's the problem.
It was pretty fun that time he visited the US. I felt really bad for him because he was stuck with Jonathan.
Yeah, and Jonathan forced him to go to church every day.
Yeah, Jonathan is the worst house kid. What if I just started wishing people good luck on everything to try and, like, trigger a death flag?
I don't think you can do that.
It'd be cool if that happened, though. Now I have to go back to college. Help.
Don't.
I really don't want to.
Do like what I thought about doing and drop out.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. It's not like my life has a future anyway, am I right? You know what else doesn't have a future? My fucking career in Gears of War, oh my god.
Dion, you're not Mexican. You never had a Gears of War career.
Oh, you're right. Actually, hold on. I'm part Salvadorian. Maybe I have an in with the LatAm Kings.
Is that a Gears League?
Yeah, it's a team. May or may not be the real kings of Latin America. I cannot confirm.
Are you sure it's not the street gang, the Latin Kings?
No, they're the LatAm Kings. Can't believe someone had a friend that can join. That's unbelievable. This never happens. And I think I've been burping less. Which is good, because I've been trying to burp less.
I've been eating better.
Have you been burping more?
I've been burping less.
Oh. Well, I'm not an old man like you, so I never had acid reflux. Matt, you're so old.
Yeah.
You're so old. You're like a whole year older than me. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
How do you live with yourself being that old?
I'm 7 years older than Michelle.
Wow, you're so old. But then again, Michelle's like mentally 2.
In those Sonic bios, where it says physical age and mental age.
Physical age 5,422. Reading those in study hall was a lot of fun.
Yeah. I think it made everyone else around us really mad though.
Who cares? We were basically reading Facebook posts.
It was like Facebook. There was a... You remember that, like, all the really weird personal shit you would find in that?
Yeah, I remember that one of that girl who was like, yeah, and her worst enemy is like, it was like some stupid mundane name, like Amy. And just like, she pushed her into the pool and was really upset. I'm like, damn, some of that actually happened.
It was a fucking... Like, Amy was a real person. That was a real life person.
Yeah. She was a real person that whoever made that stupid fucking profile had some beef with. Because it had all that other stupid bullshit where she was like born in the woods or whatever the fuck. I'm pretty sure she was born in the woods and like her house burned down or some shit. And like Sonic saved her or whatever. And then there's that bit about the pool party, and I'm like, oh my god. I do also like seeing the ones where it's like this one was deleted, and it's like, oh, he woke up.
I liked the interconnected ones.
You mean the fact that every other post is fucking connected to Jonic?
Yeah.
Our Lord and Savior, Jonic the whatever the fuck.
I just went back to that wiki just now.
You went back to the Jonic wiki page.
I just clicked on a random article and I scrolled down to the comments. And one of them says, too many words, this language is really complicated.
What? Does that mean that language just doesn't work at all for that person? Because you can add as many words as you want to any language.
Alright, I just found something. I'm gonna post it in Cool Boys.
Found more Johnny. Lord knows we need more Johnny. Oh shit, I don't have the money.
What if one day one of these people that we make fun of sees one of these?
Maybe they'll wake up.
We get like this crazy amount of hate mail.
Oh fuck, I accidentally scrolled down. Ew. Is that actually Jonic?
No, it's not.
Oh, I was like,
It's
I don't remember Jonic looking like.
No, it's Jason the cat.
Oh.
The cat is lowercase.
Did he make it? I don't know if he did. Ugh.
Oh man, I'm finding some really bad ones.
Wow.
Dion, do you remember Chipotle Toto, ROC?
Yeah, I remember Chipotle Toto. I had fun writing Chipotle Toto. Do you think she'd ever actually manage to go out with Sonic?
Probably not.
Did she ever make a decision, or was it just left ambiguous on whether it was Sonic or Shadow that she wanted to bone?
Well, I remember she got saved by Sonic, but then Shadow, like, was like an edgelord or
Well,
something.
yeah,
around
it's
her.
supposed to be like one of those shoujo romance animes where like the two guys save her, and she's like, "Oh no, they're both so cute. Which one do I pick?"
Did I ever tell you about the time I think I was like 10? I was like 10, and my parents were going out, so they got a babysitter. I started swinging golf clubs around, and the golf club flew out of my hands and smacked my sister in the face.
Oh wow.
And my immediate first thought was, oh shit, I'm gonna be in so much trouble. I never found out.
I had something similar happen to me. This was back in New Jersey. I was in the backyard and I was playing baseball with my sister. And I'd like throwing the ball as hard as possible because I guess I always had violent tendencies. And I always had shitty eyes. So I threw it like directly at my sister's nose, and I was like, "Oh no, what are my parents gonna say?" Because like my sister was like crying because I fucking bonked her in the nose with a goddamn baseball. And I'm like,
What'd they say to you?
I'm gonna be in trouble. It was all an accident, and we all got over it. Everyone was happy. Luckily, I was just a stupid child and couldn't throw the ball hard enough to, like, break her nose. Although I'll tell you now, she would never let me do that. Because she knows I'm a fucking savage, and I will throw that ball as hard as possible. And I may or may not miss.
You know, baseball players have died like that.
Yeah, it makes sense. Baseball's pretty hard.
The pitcher threw the ball as hard as humanly possible, and it smacked them off the noggin, and they just fucking had an aneurysm and died.
Oh, yeah, if it hits you in the right spot, it'll mess you up. Okay, how hot is this outside? No, it's too hot outside. 36 degrees. Too hot for me. You know, sometimes when I talk to people, and we talk about weather, I always bring up that I really enjoy cold weather. And they always hit me with the inevitable, oh man, I'd much rather have hot weather. And I'm like, yeah, I'm a cold weather guy. Anything above 30 degrees is a no. And then they look at me and they're like, 30 degrees? And I'm like, yeah, I need it low. And that's when I start acting like a crazy person, and I do it to fuck with them. That being said, I do like the cold weather. Oops.
You know what's weird? There hasn't been a single night so far where some girls from the floor above us just came down here and started screaming.
Oh, she hasn't done it yet?
No.
Wow, that's really cool. Maybe she left. Maybe she got kicked out because she's a fucking asshole.
I remember the day she got called out on being like that, and she started screaming even louder, and she was like, why does everybody tell me to shut the fuck up? And everyone was like, because it's 2 in the morning.
Yeah, it's like, why do you think everyone's telling you to shut the fuck up? Because you're too fucking loud. What other situation will people tell you to shut the fuck up? When you're saying some bullshit. Okay. Okay, I didn't think the same situation through.
I think it was actually she's actually from the floor below us, because I remember talking to her RA about it, and her RA was like, oh, you guys are pretty loud up there too. I always hear somebody sprinting up there at 3 in the morning, and I'm like, no, that's her. But then, like, it didn't stop, so I guess she didn't do anything about it.
I don't know. Is your RA a big bitch?
The one on this floor? No.
Oh, okay. Oh, there's things back here. Didn't notice these weapons.
My head.
I was pretty hungry today. And I mentioned that to my dad. He was like, are you gonna buy us some Chinese food? And I'm like, I will if it makes me stop being hungry. And he was so happy that I offered to buy him food. That he just forgot his New Year's resolution to not eat fast food anymore. Although I told him that that includes Chinese food, because Chinese food is very unhealthy for you.
Yeah, there's so much Metal Gear Solid in it.
Yeah. But in his twisted mind, he's like, nah man, they're different. And I'm like, Dad, shut up. But he was so happy that he just disregarded it and got the Chinese food anyway. And I'm like, Dad, you're bad at this New Year's resolution thing. He's been trying to stop eating fast food for like 6 years. But every time I tell him to stop, he just gets mad at me. So I tell him to suffer.
Did you know that there were actually 14 episodes of Swole Foods instead of 13?
Wow, crazy. Why were there so many?
Once I was at a garage sale, and I found a VHS tape labeled Swole Foods Lost Episode. I was a very big fan of MrMattimation, so I
was
decided
really
to buy
worried
it.
because it was just a VHS with a piece of tape on it, and Swole Foods was written in permanent marker. But I picked it up anyway.
I was excited to watch it, but I didn't have a VHS tape, so I borrowed my friend's VHS because he was poor.
He said that there might be some weird stuff happening, and that the video might come out, might cut out at random points. But I really wanted to watch Swole Foods, so I got the VHS anyway.
I took the tape home with my friend's VHS player, and
I noticed there was an organ inside of it, but I just thought it was a little bit of wear and tear, you know, Y2K planned obsolescence and all that. And so I took it out and tried to put the VHS in.
Then I learned it was a Betamax, not a. So I had to buy a converter, and that was a whole issue.
Luckily, I also found a converter at a garage sale.
When I finally got the Betamax in,
it was right next to a bag labeled human body parts.
When I finally put the tape in, I realized there was something off about the video. Instead of being in 720p, it was at 480p. Beggars can't be choosers, I thought to myself.
And right before the title card showed up, it showed me a bunch of words in Latin. I shrugged my shoulders and pressed onwards, because I really wanted to know what happened in this lost episode.
The episode itself wasn't much to write home about. In the first act, Kat decided that she needed to buy the new Apple smartwatch, so she stood in line for 3 hours to buy it. But after the commercial break, things started getting weird. First, Bud was really mean to Kat for no reason. He called her things like whore and other things.
Called her a bitch.
I thought to myself, this isn't how Bud would act. He's a nice character.
It seemed really suspicious, but I kept watching.
That's when blood started oozing from the Betamax converter.
Whenever I tried to clean it off, more would just show up in its place. So I decided to leave it and keep watching the show.
At the end of the second act, Kat opened her drawer and I saw a gun in there. Then the commercial break happened.
When it came back, the gun was gone. I thought it was a little strange. I kept watching.
The third act was about Kat's Apple Watch malfunctioning, but something was strange. Instead of being an Apple Watch, all of a sudden, it was one of those watches you get on the streets of New York City. One of those faux Lexes.
If you look really closely, you can see that all of them had a skull in the center. I thought it was really creepy, but I ignored it and kept watching.
Kat was fiddling with her watch when suddenly Bud was overcome with extreme anger and said, "You know what, Kat? Why don't you just kill yourself?"
At this point, I started to get a little nervous, because I don't remember Bud acting like that before. But I kept watching. I was almost done with the episode at this point.
Suddenly the video started being spliced with videos of real people dying. Then it cut to Kat's house where you could hear a crowd of people sobbing. She had hyper-realistic eyeballs.
Blood started coming out of them.
This is when Kat said, "I know what I must do." Her voice actor sounded very nervous, almost like this was something she was being forced to say. Kat Kat drove to Bud's apartment and killed him right there.
Then the episode ended without any credits. I thought what I'd watched was a little weird and not at all like this Whole Foods I knew. So I pulled out the VHS to make sure it was what I thought it was. Maybe I had bought the wrong thing by accident. But I tried to pull it out of the VHS tape, and a bunch of organs came out.
I decided to get to the bottom of this, so I called MrMattimation. When he didn't answer, I called Dion.
All Dion said on the phone was, "There's no return," and then hung up. I thought that was just Dion being himself, so I decided to try and ask the Discord for help. No one was online.
When I looked at the member list, it said 0 members. I was the only one left in the Discord.
I thought maybe the VHS had something to do with this, so I put all the organs back inside of it, and then put it back into the player, so I could watch the episode again. Maybe if I watched it in reverse, it would undo all the weird things that have been happening. But for some reason, it wouldn't play. I even tried hitting the VHS player, but nothing worked. And then I went to the bathroom to go take a pee, and when I looked in the mirror, I saw Kat right behind me. It really freaked me out, but when I turned around, Kat wasn't there.
I looked in the toilet, and she was there.
She looked me dead in the eyes and said, "What have you done?"
To this day, I will always remember the Swole Foods Lost episode, which is fortunate because when I checked the MrMattimation YouTube channel, every video had been deleted except for one. All it was a black screen with a date on it, and the date said January 20th, 2019. That's tomorrow. If you're reading this after January 20th, 2019, don't make the same mistake I did.
I hope the scar on my back doesn't get any bigger. Why don't I take this off? Oh my goodness, Matt, I can still taste that Chinese food. Man, the bitch you joined mid-game left.
Man, he joined mid-game and left mid-game.
Yeah, what the
Poor-
fuck? Normally no one even joins again, so we're just stuck with a GIMP team for the rest of the time.
Poor form, my dude.
My head, my head, my head.
What is he doing? Must be trying to buy something. I don't even know why I keep playing this fucking game, to be honest. I'm the world's best sword player. Why do I lower myself to the level of these plebeians? I know it, and Michael knows it. Michael and I are the two strongest sword players in the entire world. Oh, everyone's gone. Fuck it.
I always thought the concept of a ghost haunting a computer was really weird, because, like, if they're in the computer, they're just a line of code at that point, right? You just take them out.
It's a ghost in the shell, man. It's not a ghost, it's actually just a person.
My head, my head.
Whole Foods Bandersnatch parody where every choice you make is the wrong choice. And a guy just comes out and says, "Wrong choice, mate."
Damn.
My head, my head.
Because in retail, when you're dealing with customers, every choice is the wrong choice.
Yeah. That's not true. The choices that make the customers angry.
My
Man, that old dude was really upset at me, and I was very happy.
What did you do to him?
I didn't do anything to him, that's the thing. Because, he was upset. For I don't know why. I was taking my break and sitting behind a lobster tank, and I saw him. So I stood up, and he already looked annoyed. And I'm like, "Hey man, relax." And then he's like, "I want this one." Of course, he doesn't tell me what he wants, he just points at it. So I just start pointing at every single piece of fish in the thing, and I'm like, "You want this one? Or this one? Or this one?" He's like, "No, I want the other one over here." And I'm like, "Well, is it this one?" And after like the fifth one, I got it. And I'm like, "See, if you just use your words, I could have gotten that done a lot faster." People don't like using their words, so I have to make up the difference. And I wasn't like smiling at him, I was just wearing my normal disinterested face. And I think that made him a little angry. I'm just like, why? He did it to himself, is what I'm telling you. I did everything right, for the most part.
Sometimes I'll have these customers who will be like, who I can tell just by looking at them that usually they always get whatever they want. And so whenever I see those guys, I'll be like, "Hey, hang on, let me handle it."
Yeah, they're entitled as white bitches. Come on. Just relax.
I still can't believe it was like the second to last day I was at work that somebody tried to be like, "Yeah, well, legally you have to give me this discount because otherwise it's..."
You could have just been like, "Alright, if you can just show me the legal documentation. Show me the line that says I have to give it to you, and then I'll give it to you, no problem."
I told him, "Sir, if you would like to challenge us in court on that, I will gladly sit on the defense stand." And he was like, "Okay, well, that's not the point."
Well, what do you mean it's not the point? That's when you push the issue and you go like, "Well, is the point getting free stuff out of me, or is the point trying to abide by the law?" I didn't have too many people barking with me though. I did have one dude go like, "Can you try and cut me a discount?" I'm like, "Dude, I can't do that here. Just buy. You're at a grocery store. It's not that expensive." And again, the sock guy's like fucking $15 a pound, which is robbery. Especially since it's frozen.
I had a guy who like didn't understand that it is physically impossible for me to give discounts at the seafood desk because we don't have the register back there. If they want a discount, they have to go up to the front. And I tried to explain this to him, and he was like, "Well, I mean, if you just give me the discount," and I was like, "No, sir, I cannot give you the." He's like, "Well, sure. I mean, on the record, you can't give me the discount." And I was like, "No, sir. I physically cannot give you the discount. I don't have the system in place to give you the discount because your order is not rung up here. It's rung up at the front. If you want a discount, you can ask them." And he's like, "Well, we don't have to get them involved if you just give me the discount." And I was like, "Sir, literally, they are the only one that can do it. You have to get them involved." I had a customer threaten to call the police on me once, and I said, "Would you like to use our phone?"
Did they use your phone?
No, they just left.
Oh, fucking loser. Did you shout at them from behind? "Bitch, move, dude." Because you should have.
I forget what it was they were threatening to call the police over. I think it was like...
It's probably something stupid.
It was another one of those, like, you have to do this for me kinds of things.
Oh, those things where you don't have to do anything?
Yeah, I think it was like I was promised something or something like that.
Well, I had a lady order fucking 10 pounds of catfish.
Oh, I remember what it was. Somebody had their wallet stolen, right? And they were like, "Hey, have you guys seen anybody pay with a wallet that didn't look like theirs?" And I was like, "Sir, there's no way for me to know that."
Yeah, I'm like, how are you supposed to figure that out as a stranger?
And they like he told me he'd get the police involved, and I was like, "Good, that's who you should be getting involved. Would you like to use our phone?"
Why did he think you would do something about it?
Like I'm the one who stole his wallet? I think that's probably what he was trying to imply, was that I was the one.
Oh, okay. Well,
he was...
why would he ask if someone used it? Was he just trying to catch you?
Because he kept saying to me, "Well, it was lost in this store, so it was taken in this store, so it couldn't have gone far." And I was like, "It could have gone very far, sir."
Yeah, what if they took it, got into their car, and drove away? What if they took it and threw it in the trash? That's like true spite. When you take someone's wallet and you don't even use it for yourself, you just fucking throw it in the trash and make your life miserable.
Out of my head when you're not around. Damn, I'm thirsty. I'm out around. Damn, I'm thirsty. Damn, I'm thirsty. We're out of touch. I'm out of time. But I'm out of my head when you're not around.
Oh my god, this bitch! Oh. He switched classes in the last few seconds. I was racing to go switch classes, but he switched again. I was about to curse him out. In here, so only you would hear. The good news is he was able to switch. And now he's safe.
When you're not out of my head when you're not around. I'm out of my head when you're not around. Damn, I'm thirsty. I'm out.
Hey Matt, do you Do you play music when you take a shower?
Not here, but at home, yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh damn, fucking everyone at the fucking freshman dorm did that shit, and it was the most frustrating thing.
Sometimes, so here's the thing, right? So, there's not usually music in the shower room, unless it's like late at night when they think nobody else is in there. So sometimes I'll, have a late night poop building up. So I'll just walk over to the bathroom, I'll sit down in one of the stalls, and then I hear another guy come in, and then all of a sudden I hear just this horrible rap music.
It's always the shitty rap music, right? Because that's the stuff that's popular, and you're sitting here going like, how does anyone get enjoyed? What the fuck? Out of like the audible diarrhea coming out of whatever that dude's speaker is. Like, come on, man. Why does it all gotta sound so shit? Those trap beats legit sound like they were just made from a garbage can. Please tell me, is someone at your dorm always getting fucking bodied every night? Because during freshman year for me, there was always just some poor soul stuck on the toilet for like ever. And he was sitting there, he was making the noises, and it was a different person every time, but there was always someone there who was just having a very poor time. Without fail every night.
Well, that's always me, but I don't make noises.
Oh, okay.
I sit there and I take it like a man.
Oh, okay.
What kind
You have some discipline.
Yeah. I do hear when that happens to other people though.
I always chuckle at them. I didn't chuckle at the dude who was jerking off in the bathroom. I was like, come on, bro. I mean, I assume he was jerking off. It's not like I saw him. He for sure didn't hear me because he was making far too much noise. Well, it was like 2 in the morning. I needed to use the toilet, and I hear this dude fucking. I'm just like, no one needs to breathe that heavy when you're taking a shower. And I'm sitting here like, well, I mean, I guess if you really needed to, now would be the time. But like, come on, man.
Damn, I'm thirsty.
He was going in.
I've been in there once when I heard somebody just grunt and then a big splash and then somebody go, holy shit.
That's pretty great.
That's funny. Holy shit. So how are you gentlemen doing this wonderful evening?
Doing okay.
What was the question?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh. See, I tried to pay attention, but I guess for some reason it just became very hard for me to listen to people at that moment.
Okay, something's going wrong with my Discord. My voice, like, my connection keeps breaking in and out.
Oh, we can hear you fine.
Oh, it's not
But I'm out of my head.
Then there has to be something on my end, because like,
But I'm
when you
out
guys
of
talk,
my head when
it's like the audio breaks in and out for me.
I'm out of my head when
Maybe we're both
you're
just eating
not
shit at the same
around.
time.
Damn, I'm thirsty.
Our connections are synchronized.
What that?
Well, with what?
It was me. I'm a
My
ghost.
head when you're not around. Damn, but I'm
You guys alright? Silly dogs? You okay?
It was just my conscience, because Lord knows I have nothing else to contribute.
With me, buddy boy?
Oh, I forgot to turn it on.
but
You know, when I was at Dominican Republic, I would like. I didn't spend too much time with my family. I'll be real, because I don't like the beach and I don't like hot weather. So I wanted to spend as much time in my room as possible because it was the coldest and darkest place a lot of the time. So whenever I wasn't looking for someone, I was taking a nap. And every time I'd go out to check on the rest of the family, my sister would be like, where were you? Everyone's been asking for it. And I stood there and I looked at her and I was like, what for? I never got an answer. Besides, they were all too drunk anyway.
Alright, I'm gonna shade this shot and then head off for the night.
Okay.
Alrighty, I guess I spent some time and try to hook up this PS3 controller to my computer.
If you still need a buddy to talk to, I can hang around, Anthony.
Oh, cool. Thank you.
Anthony, you missed it. We made a Swole Foods creepypasta.
We really did. It was pretty spontaneous.
The damn thing hasn't even come out yet. How the fuck did you make one already?
Well, I mean, Matt's the creator, so it's out to him.
You know what? Yeah.
Ow.
I'm gonna be real with you. I animated this whole shot in Flash because I totally forgot Toon Boom insisted.
Oh, sweet.
Which is especially sad because I was using it earlier tonight.
Dan, rest in peace.
I'm gonna be honest with you, sometimes I think I'm slower in Toon Boom. The brush tool is nicer, but I also spend a lot more time obsessing over my shots. Because I feel like I can, and it's a dangerous cycle.
I see.
I think I probably would be making cartoons faster if I just stayed with Flash. Because with Toon Boom I get really super into the details and stuff, and I don't think it saves me any time.
Oh.
Is the increase in quality not worth it?
It's a little worth it.
Then make the audience wait. Tell them to be happy that you're putting so much time into making a worthwhile product.
They might have to wait. Fucking Twin Souls 5 is straight up gonna be like a movie, dude.
Oh, how long is it?
The script is 35 pages right now and it's not even done.
Oh fuck.
Wow.
I decided today that it needed to go in another direction, so I'm starting over from scratch and rewriting again. This is the 4th time that's happened, I think. No, 5th time.
So what are you animating right now then? If you started the script over?
Well, the first scene I know is gonna stay in. It's just everything after that I keep wanting to redo.
Oh. Sleeping.
I think I have an hour-long story on my hands here.
Why don't you just make it so everyone dies at the end and no one's happy? Make your story a complete downer.
Yeah, that actually would be.
Like, just write it how you would normally would, but then at the end, just make it all super depressing.
Like, Mom, I'm dying again.
Yeah, and then they actually die. And when you go to the funeral, everyone there is really sad, and then some people just like get stricken with grief and go into like a vegetative state. And then everyone else turns to criminals because they've lost hope.
There's a
world.
There is a Swole Foods episode that I wrote, and I'm not gonna say what the ending is, but I wrote it and I wrote the ending and I was like, this is a really sad ending, and then I just left it.
Yeah, make it sad.
Right. Not everything's supposed to end in a happy ending. Don't be a bitch. Go against the standards of television or animation in this point.
It's gonna be the penultimate episode. That being the episode before the last one. So.
Just make it really hard to watch, like, because it's so sad.
I say the last one. I want to make Soul Foods for as long as humanly possible, but
I just like, wait a minute.
But like the end of every season is gonna be a potential series finale in case I just suddenly get sick of it and decide to never do it again.
Oh, okay.
So like every season will end in a way that like resolves the plot points. Not that there's much plot, it's mostly episodic. But like, you know, everything will end in a way that it's like, if it ended right there, people would be like, yeah, that's okay. Kind of like what Futurama did towards the end, where every season ended with a series finale in case they got canceled again.
Yeah, man, I really like it when things just end. Well,
oh jeez, she's still fussing about that goddamn bed. It's not hers.
Alright, you know what? Fuck it. I think it's time. I haven't played Devil May Cry 4 in a day. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, that game is crack.
Shut up, is what I say to you.
Good day, sir.
If you saw the cool moves I was doing, you would enjoy it.
I said good day.
I'm just saying, if you saw the crazy jump cancel shit that you could do with Dante, you'd be hype as fuck too.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I would say I animated this shot relatively fast, so yeah, I think I probably actually am slower in Toon Boom. Because again, in Toon Boom I obsess over the details.
Right, I think it comes down to also like a massive loss in quality. I don't know.
That's the thing. I think this quality is fine, that's the thing.
Right. And I mean the whole like viewpoint of how good or bad like quality is highly subjective to begin with.
I was actually discussing this with Harry Partridge a couple weeks ago. We were talking about how, like, at what point does quality stop being like worth the extra time spent? And we both kind of agreed the point that the Twin Souls like 4 was at, and the point that like Starbarians is at right now. Starbarians, or Twin Souls 4, we agreed was like kind of where I think it's acceptable, and then Starbarians is like the quality increase is like bottlenecked by the time you spend on it. Because inevitably, it's a slippery slope, right? Inevitably.
True, it's gonna get a lot worse.
Well, no, and inevitably you spend so much time on something that you go back and the parts that you started earlier don't look as good to you anymore. So you go and you fix those parts, right? But then you spend so much time fixing those parts, and then now the parts that you did later, because they're now older, don't look as good. So you fix those parts, and then it's the cycle that repeats. That's actually something Harry is going through with Starbarians 4 right now, because he just put out Starbarians 3 today. The animation in Starbarians 4 was actually all done first, mostly done first. And it's so as a result it's just slightly cheaper than 3, because he wasn't as into clean lines back then, or he wasn't as anal about it rather.
Right.
So he's been struggling with, like, okay, well, do I just let part 4 look slightly worse than part 3, or do I go back and try and fix those lines? And I told him, no, just leave it like that, because nobody's going to notice. Because again, there's a certain point where quality becomes detrimental, or quality increase becomes detrimental if you're spending too much time on it. An animator has to work quickly and efficiently.
Right. And there really isn't a lot of time to be going back over and over and over again on the same animation. Because then you're just repeating yourself.
Yeah.
And eventually everybody's going to want to do something different.
Figured out how to get God rays working in Blender.
By the way,
you can make all of your porn look extra shiny.
What'd you say, Anthony?
Is Blender like really difficult to use?
I don't think so. I think it really comes down to getting a workflow done, right? Because there's a, I don't know, it's easy to use, difficult to master is what because, like, you know, I've been using it for years. I didn't figure out how to get God rays working until today.
Oh, well.
And there's also the problem of, and this is a problem that exists in any 3D program, the more complex your animation is, the more things are going to break, and the more things that are already broken are going to show themselves. So, Alphys's lab, the 3D model that I used in parts 2, 3, and 4, and I'm going to use in 5, I actually can't use the God rays on that model, because if I do, it starts exposing how busted up that model actually is. Some lights, like, shine through the walls, there's, like, little cracks in the seams and stuff, so you start getting shadows that don't make sense.
Damn, animation really is a tricky thing. There's always that limit of, like, when is enough, and everyone has to figure it out.
Well, so the thing is, right, with 3D animation, I think the reason 3D animation is largely seen as harder than 2D, because 3D, you have to make it work visually and also technically. Whereas 2D, you know, if it looks good on the screen, if you can just draw it, it's gonna look fine.
Right.
3D, you have to, you know, make it look good, and then you have to make sure that it doesn't break when you try to do everything else with it. So, like I said, the lab model looks totally fine until you try to use all the advanced lighting effects on it. Then you start realizing how broken it is, and everything breaks, and nothing looks right.
Oh, I guess the traditional is kind of the right way to go about it, then, I guess. Anyways.
I will say, for things like, so, like, if you, like, want to do CGI in a cartoon or something that, you know, is going to have to fit with 2D characters and can be toon shaded and doesn't need, you know, crazy lighting, Blender is really super easy to use. That's why I use it, because it's, you know, I can make a model in like a day. And because it's going to be toon shaded, like, the God rays are nice, but they're not necessary because, you know, it's a cartoon. So I can just turn those off and not have to worry about the you know, all the broken parts of the model, because it's such a simplistic model in the first place with simplistic shading and simplistic textures that needs to fit in with the 2D characters.
I wonder if doing like, I wonder how difficult well, has CGI ever really blended in with like 2D animation?
Yeah, I think so.
I can't really think of an example of like where it's been done. I mean, granted, Gumball did it. Yeah, that's like the only thing I can think of. Like Gumball, I know for sure too. I can't think of anything else that even tried.
Disenchantment, the CGI, I think fits really well with the characters.
Oh, is it like a background CGI or is that the
Yeah, all the backgrounds are CGI.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Most of the backgrounds are CGI. Some of them are painted, but most of them are CGI.
I wouldn't mind doing CGI on my shots either. I just wouldn't know how to really go about it. Because I am not a background guy.
Hey man, if you need somebody to make 3D models for you, I could do it.
Oh, definitely. I will definitely need your help with that later on.
Can you make some hot porn for me?
I cannot.
I can.
Man.
Not in 3D, you can't.
Maybe not, but
Can you make me some sweet Overwatch Blender porn?
that would be mass category.
I can't animate 3D characters.
I mean, I could make an attempt to draw a traditional version of it, but I don't know how well the base will look. Unfortunately, my skill level of drawing right now is what I like to call a butterface level.
Dude, no way. That's also what my dad used to call women.
Wait, what?
That's what my dad called women sometimes, you know? Sometimes they were butterfaces.
Yeah.
That sounds really mean.
Yeah, well, he did live in New Jersey.
Yeah, seriously, Jersey, New York. We used to say that shit all the time, dude.
Yeah, butterface. They would say that.
Butterface. I mean,
It's
you're
not like
right.
you say it to their face.
I mean, it is.
This is what you call
I mean, it is meant to be a bit mean, but that's kind of the whole thing with it. I mean, believe it or not, men can be that way too. I mean, it's equal opportunity.
Yeah, some men are butterfaces.
Men can be mean? Surely you jest.
No. Stop the fuck out, man. You know that. I'm talking about men. I mean, men could be said like on his face too. Yes, but I don't think it would be called that. But Michelle, what would you call it?
A man with a butterface? You wouldn't
Call him
call out
butterface.
you wouldn't call out a man with a butterface because that's mean.
Why not?
It's mean.
I don't think it still counts like that because butterface is literally not as but her face.
Unless you're saying their face is smooth as butter, which I guess is a compliment.
No, you're saying that everything
definitely
else
not
is
how that
nice.
works.
Butterface.
Yeah, that's definitely not how
Butterface.
that works, Matt. Alright. I'm gonna look this shit up. Oh, cool. Someone actually asked the question.
What's a butterface?
What? Okay, I guess there's a butterfaced boy, I guess. I don't know. That's kind of sad because like this is not really the definition I wanted. Oh well, yeah, that does it. The whole butterface charm is literally intended just for women, so there has to be a male. There has to be a male equivalent.
No, there doesn't. Men can do no wrong.
Dion, you ever just get violently angry at a shaving gel commercial?
No. My dad got mad at me for not knowing when that commercial was. He was like, "Why don't you know it?" And I'm like, "I don't watch commercials. I'm sorry." And my dad's like, "Don't you want to be in on the conversation?" And I said, "No, I don't."
The outrage about that video is really funny because there's like nothing to be outraged about.
Yeah, I saw the commercial and I don't really get what the problem is.
I still haven't seen the commercial.
I don't know if this is an official word or not, but they came up. I was looking for answers and someone came up with one I think might actually work.
What about why people are so fucking butthurt about it?
No, not that. Talking about the whole butterface thing.
Oh.
Just his body.
Hmm.
I mean, that seems to be the only one that actually works. I mean, that's the only one that really makes sense.
Doesn't have the same ring to it.
It doesn't, but fuck, I'm like, oh, damn it! Like, this is not that many options to go from. I'm trying. It's really hard to come up with this kind of stuff. I'm trying to find answers, but I'm not coming up with anything. Oh, I'm trying to, what channel do you listen to? Anyways, Michelle, like, what you listen to? See, I would ask Matt, but he's probably listening to some Undertale shit.
I'm not.
Exactly.
I'm listening to some Kingdom Hearts shit.
God, you're such a Kingdom Hearts fanboy.
Well, I mean, he did go through all the games and the side games, so yeah, that would definitely be him.
I have not beaten Kai. I haven't beaten that one.
Why would you even bother?
Isn't Kai a mobile game?
Yeah.
The question still stands.
Well, I mean, I'll admit it, the only one I've beaten was 1 and 2.
It's okay, those are the ones you have to play.
Nuh-uh, what about that one where I...
Oh, I'm absolutely certain of it. I have no fucking clue what's going on.
You're muted right now, Mitchell.
Well, that's no.
I don't know if your mic's not working or not.
No, I can't hear her.
Yeah, because she's muted.
That's why I don't know if her mic's not working or not.
I do have a like basic understanding of what's going on. Basically, the I don't even remember his damn name. Was it? You know what? The final boss from 2 wasn't even the real guy.
Oh no, you're way behind the curve on that, dude.
Was it that hard to...
Like, wasn't that like wasn't like his nobody or like his...
No. You don't understand. That part's not even relevant anymore.
Oh my god.
You tell me they wrote that entire fight out of this story, or like it's just pointless now?
No, it's just, it doesn't matter anymore.
Wait, what part doesn't matter? The Keyblades or the Princesses of Light?
No, the part about Ansem not actually being Ansem.
Oh yeah.
Damn, that's shitty, because that was actually one of my favorite fights for like both games.
No. They didn't retcon it. It just doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah, everyone's a Xehanort.
Yeah.
Huh?
Everyone's Xehanort.
In fact, the fact that Ansem is not actually Ansem is like so removed from the story now that it doesn't even get mentioned anymore. They just say Ansem and assume you know who they're talking about.
So, Xehanort copied himself. Did he pull a M. Bison?
What?
M. Bison, like with his Shadow Lu dolls.
No. No, see, what the kids are all talking about with Kingdom Hearts now is that how everybody is Xehanort and like 7 different people are Sora.
Yeah.
There are like 7 versions of Sora. One of whom is a girl and the other one.
What?
And the other. Yeah, Roxas's love interest in Kingdom Hearts 358 Days is actually just Sora.
Oh wait, that one's Sora?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, she's
everyone's Sora.
Yeah, she's a fucking replica of Sora. She's like the Riku replica, but Sora.
You know, I don't really feel so bad about not knowing.
Is Riku ever gonna put the blindfold back on?
I don't know, but the Riku replica shows up in Kingdom Hearts 3, and he has the same model as fucking Kingdom Hearts 1 PS2 Riku.
Great.
Like, they didn't change his design to match Riku's current design or anything. He's still, like, fucking 14.
What if Riku decides the world is too pure for him, and he puts the blindfold back on, like, halfway through the game?
Then it'll suddenly turn to a Don't Blink minigame. No, I'm sorry, Bird Box.
What if once he puts the blindfold on, he turns into Xehanort?
I think that did happen. No, that did happen. Riku was Xehanort at one point.
Oh, right! Because he was Xehanort. And then he's like, no, it's me, Riku. And Sora's like, oh, you're right. And I started crying.
Yeah. He saw Kairi and he was like, oh, hey, Kairi.
Yeah,
And
he was like, how's it going, Kairi? And he cried for his boy, Riku.
He got on his knees and cried for Riku.
So is Kairi a Xehanort as well, or Sora?
No, she's a Keyblade wielder.
Okay, so there's 3 different type of people in this world. I understand. No, 4. I'm sorry. There's the guest character, the Keyblade wielder, Xehanort, and Sora. Got it.
No.
Everyone's a Keyblade wielder.
Yeah, everyone's a Keyblade wielder.
But hold on a minute. You can't be a Keyblade wielder and a Sora at the same time.
No, literally everybody.
Everyone's a Keyblade wielder, and everyone's also Sora.
The entire point of the 3DS game was to set up everybody being a Keyblade wielder.
Yeah.
Because, like, Sora and Riku both wield Keyblades in that game, right? And it's like, okay, we're training Riku how to use a Keyblade. And then, at the end, Kairi gets a Keyblade, and then Lee shows up, and he's like, hey, I have a Keyblade now, too.
What if there was a mechanic in Kingdom Hearts 3 where every time you went into the shadows, you turned into Xehanort, and you got to play as Xehanort? Because Xehanort is the darkness.
Wow, I don't really know what they did with that story, but goddamn it, they fuck it up.
Don't worry, it was fucked up from the beginning.
Xehanort is the darkness.
Like, see, the part where I fucked up is I actually cared when the series first came out back on the PS2.
No, you shouldn't have played it. You should have been like a crossover between Final Fantasy and Disney. That's fucking dumb. And stop right there.
Well,
Yeah, you know what? I didn't. You know what? The younger me didn't know any better, so I'm sorry. Okay, I can't go back and fix that.
The first game, the story is ridiculous, but like it's at least kind of understandable. Chain of Memories was when all logic went out the window. So the story's been busted really since the beginning, because Chain of Memories came out like right after the first one did.
Right. That's some bullshit. Oh well, I'll still say it though. Kingdom Hearts 2's final boss is actually probably one of my favorite fights.
I think Chain of Memories was also the one where Axel said, "Damn it."
It's also the one where he said, "You've forgotten how to forget."
Yeah. That's also the one where Riku said, "I walked the way to dawn."
Yeah,
and then he put on the.
Then he made the Keyblade.
And then he put on the blindfold and was like, so that I never have to see my friends again.
Yeah.
I'm actually tempted to see if I can actually run the. If I
Can we
run
play as
Kingdom Hearts on my
blindfold
laptop.
Riku?
Also the one where Naminé lobotomizes Replica Riku.
Oh.
What if Replica Riku at the end of Kingdom Hearts 3 becomes Shion? That way everybody can be happy.
Except Replica Riku.
Does
He was never gonna be happy to
Replica
begin with.
Riku walk the road to dawn?
No, Replica Riku's an asshole.
Yeah, so what if he changed his ways? Because he became a Sora instead.
There was a scene at the end in one of the trailers that implied Replica Riku was going to be a good guy now, but then he's like a bad guy in all the other trailers. Because Riku had a busted up Keyblade and he was like, "Hey, I'll give it to my replica." And then in all the other trailers, his replica just shows up and he's a big asshole. And then he becomes one of Xehanort's vessels. So the Riku replica is Xehanort.
Here's a question: Does the PS3 controller have Bluetooth installed on it, or is it just PS4?
It should have Bluetooth, right?
Yeah. The Riku in the organization code is Data Riku. Oh.
Huh. That'd be really cool if I can get this to work wireless on my laptop. It makes it a hell of a lot easier. Now, how would I do this?
With the Xbox controller, I know you need an adapter for it. Even if your PC has Bluetooth, you need an adapter.
It's a
Probably,
it's a PS3 controller.
Probably the same thing with the PS3 controller.
Maybe. We'll see. I really hope it is not the case. Because I want to play A Hat in Time with my sister.
Just plug it in with a USB cable.
Yeah, I was debating about doing that. But it'd be a lot more convenient to play it like wireless because my niece run around trying to pull the cord, the cat run around being nosy trying to pull the damn cord too, so I'd rather not. I found a guide on it anyways. I'll probably end up reading through this right quick. Excuse me.
Well, I was planning to sleep, but they're like screaming about something down the hall, so I don't know if I'll be able to.
Don't do it. It's not worth it. Don't concern yourself with the rabble.
I want to show you my my awesome wallpaper. Don't worry, it's not bad.
Oh god, it feels so good to be working on this again. I already said that, but it really feels good.
Yeah.
It's been 5 months since the last one. That's the reason I'm working on it again, is because I saw that and I was like, oh my god, 5 months? I gotta get to work.
I'm actually really excited for next year because that actually makes 2 shows I'm looking forward to.
Swole Foods and Hilda?
Make that 3, excuse me.
Man, who gives a shit about Swole Foods? Fucking Nirvana's coming out next year.
Because Animaniacs comes out next year also.
That's not gonna be good, dude.
It's probably gonna be awful.
I'm trying to be optimistic, damn it.
Don't do that.
Oh, any of y'all ever seen the show called Detour before?
Nope.
What? I watched South Beach Toe.
And remember, it ain't no joke if you don't pay that note. Yeah.
Fucking love South Beach Town. That's, oh my god. That part where Bernice gets knocked off the building, and then she just comes out of a bunch of fucking boxes after the commercial break. It was one of the best things I've ever seen.
Yeah, you know what? That was funny as shit. She comes out like the fucking Undertaker. I'm like, God damn it. Her fat ass
Yeah, and I'm
that?
just like, oh, Bernice is just a superhuman. I'm down.
How much of South Beach
She's
Toe do you think was scripted?
How much of what?
How much of South Beach Toe do you think was scripted?
All of it?
Had to have been most of it, right? There's no way the Bernice thing.
Well, there's no way Bernice fucking got hit off of a building and then came out of some boxes going like, you don't stop me!
That would be like really coincidental, and that definitely would have turned into that definitely would have been like
South Beach Toe is fake as fuck, but so is everything
oh,
else
yeah.
on True TV.
That's true, ain't it?
I heard they were making a South Beach Toe movie at one point.
Oh my god, that would be amazing.
They're making an Impractical Jokers movie. I know that for a fact.
How the fuck would South Beach Toe work as a movie, anyways? I don't see that happening.
South Beach Toe is one of the greatest things.
I want to see the. I'm gonna see the fucking what is it movie? The Impractical Jokers movie the second it comes out. Also, you could totally make South Beach Toe work as a movie.
Yeah.
Like, I really hope, I really hope that Animaniacs at least has like some pretty like up to date jokes. I mean, they will. I don't think it'll be the same one, but
no.
I mean, if Steven Spielberg, if Steven Spielberg goes the same way like he did back in the day, then he's gonna have a lot of good fucking Donald Trump jokes.
Well, I hope not.
God, he is gonna, yeah, he's gonna show him really hard.
I really hope not. That would get so old so fast.
I mean, I don't think they'll like. They didn't really abuse like the presidential jokes that badly.
I know there were like a couple of Clinton jokes back in the day, but
like it wasn't excessive. So
it's just I don't know. I feel like Spielberg would be the guy to take it overboard these days.
I don't really know. Like
I also is Spielberg even involved on the reboot?
Yeah, he is.
Oh, okay.
And that's the only reason why I was optimistic about it from the beginning.
It's gonna be horrible.
Well, see, the fact that Spielberg is involved actually makes me a little less optimistic.
Oh.
Because Spielberg does not have a very good history with rebooting or remastering things. Spielberg was the one who like replaced all of his would go back to his old movies and replace all the guns with like walkie-talkies and shit.
or be like fucking Yu-Gi-Oh and just take away the guns altogether and play with pointy fingers.
Yeah, make it a fucking slingshot.
Fuck you,
I think the fingers are a lot more horrifying because if those characters are scared of the fingers, just think of what they can do with them.
Well, no, it's like Eden of the East when they point their finger and then they're like bang, and then someone fucking shoots them in the head. It's like, oh my god, who's shooting? I don't know. It's scarier that way.
Touch.
I don't know. That'd be really funny, but we'll see. I mean, that's a whole nother year from now.
Take a look around. You're out of
I guess we'll just have to wait. Well, I'm guessing, like, animation-wise, Hilda is definitely my top priority, though. And I'm actually, like, really tempted to read the, original novels where they came from, but I don't want to.
When you're not around. Damn, I'm thirsty.
I haven't read a book in a few years.
Read
but
a
I'm
book.
out of my
Read a
head
book.
when you're not around. My head when, but I'm out of my head when.
I used to really
But
enjoy
I'm-
reading, then I just spent more time on the internet and less time reading. Cause I ain't got no time to read, fucking Frosty Faustings is happening.
Be like Michelle and spend time reading on the internet.
No, I gotta watch Tsuyoshi get stomped on by Moke again.
Again.
It's not his fault. He's like 10. Moke's just a jerk.
Oh, if PS3 does work wireless, then what am I doing wrong?
That's a lie, and we all know it, Michelle. We fucking fan fictions. That's not good shit. In fact, I'd call it poison.
Who'll be the richest rogues of all time?
Okay,
You know, there's a lyric in this sign where Meowth says he'll be the Joker of crime, but there's already a Joker of crime. The Joker.
from Persona?
No.
Smash?
No.
Oh my god, I forgot he's in Smash.
From Batman comics.
I know what you're talking about, I just messing with you.
When's fucking Arkuid getting into Smash?
Wait, I'm sorry, who?
Arkuid, bro.
Oh, for some reason I thought you said Arthur. I was like, what the fuck?
No. I'll take Arthur in Smash too. I'll take Arkuid. I'll take Eltnum. I'll
Arthur.
take Akatsuki
Arthur
from
hits the
fucking
big time.
Akatsuki Blitzcamp. I'll take Big Band. When's Big Band coming to Smash?
The final smash would be. There's Jerome. The final smash would be hitting DW and anyone else in the way.
Can Big Band's final smash just be his fucking subsonic, supersonic jazz? That would be great.
I mean, that would. I mean, there's no way in hell that would happen. Michelle, but that'd still be funny as hell to me, though. This is final smash to him actually hitting DW, and then her scream just like makes everyone fly away. Like it would, like her scream would remind me of like Sindel from Mortal Kombat.
Yeah. Sub-Zero in Smash?
See, now that one could actually happen.
Shut up!
That'd be a fucking dream come true for
Fucking shut the fuck up! Get your bullshit out of here!
You don't want that, do you?
I don't want this stupid fucking Mortal Kombat Smash garbage.
So you're fine with anime being in Smash, but you're not okay with Mortal Kombat?
I'm not! I say it because I think it's funny. I think it's funny that there's a bunch of people in Japan going, what the fuck is Fate getting in Smash? And I'm like, shut up! Fate's never coming to Smash! No one wants Saber in Smash!
Saber? Who the fuck is Saber?
She's the sword girl from Fate.
Oh. Who's Rem?
What? What, you mean Ren Tosaka? The only one that matters?
I'm sorry, I was talking about ReZero's Rem.
Oh, Ram. Nah, you her out. I don't want Ren in Smash.
Yeah, I really don't want abundance of like anime characters and shit. And I mean,
Does
Persona
Kamen
is-
Rider come into Smash?
See, I'd be okay with that. I mean, it'd be a hell of a lot better than a fucking Power Ranger. I would take
Shao
Kamen Rider.
Kahn for Smash?
I said Power Ranger.
Jean-Claude Van Damme playing as Guile from Street Fighter the movie and Smash?
But I mean, Black Power Ranger for Smash win. But which one though?
Captain Sawada for Smash?
Because technically, and I use this term very loosely, his voice is actually in Smash. Not the original, not the original Black, but oh shit, I forgot his damn name. Oh god.
Alex Valle for Smash?
It was Johnny Young Bosch, that's his name.
Johnny Young Boss for Smash?
I mean, what? He was a Black Ranger. And
I met the Blue Ranger.
really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Have I
neat.
not told this story before?
Did you ask him when he was getting in Smash?
No, yeah, I met the Blue Power Ranger from Time Force.
Oh, Time Force, not the original.
No, not the original.
He voices Zero actually.
What?
Johnny Young Bosch voices Zero from Mega Man X.
Oh.
He's voiced him in Marvel vs. Capcom 3, Marvel Infinite, Tatsunoko vs. Capcom, and technically now Smash as well. But I'm not sure if that's a that might have been a clip taken from Marvel 3. I don't know.
Yeah, I met Michael Copon, who
Alright,
played
the
the
show.
Blue Ranger.
You can say who gives a shit about Mega Man.
I met Michael.
But everyone
Copon,
gives a
who
shit
plays
about
the-
Zero. You shut up.
Yeah,
Zero's
the-
cool.
Or played.
He's got a
rather, the
fucking
show.
laser sword.
Show is 18 years old, but played the Blue Ranger on a Power Rangers Time Force, and
oh wow.
the cool guy. We hung out.
He also
think he's actually-
voices Hajime Hinata from Danganronpa 2.
Oh god.
I think he's actually opening a film studio around here.
I'm looking through his resume. Yeah, he's credited in Smash Ultimate as Zero, and he's also going to be voicing.
As for you misspelled Nagito.
He's also going to be voicing Yu Narukami in Persona Q2. I don't know what that is. What?
I don't know what the problem is, Esper. I was just correcting you.
Oh, okay. That was me. Like, I didn't do anything. Like, I'm just stating titles. He also voiced Yang in Super Street Fighter 4. That one I didn't know. Let's see. What other roles did he do that I? Nope, those are the only ones I'm aware of. At least that's video games, anyways. What do you do in animation? Oh, he did quite a few voices for Mighty Magic Swords.
Mighty Magiswords was a very weird production because it was a union show, but a lot of the actors working on it were not union.
Oh.
Oh my god, he does voice Itachi. Oh shit.
They had to get like a bunch of special, like Igor Raptor, right? He actually had to join the union in order to do work on that show.
Oh, wow.
And they could only ever have him voice 3 characters at a time because of like union contracts.
What the hell? He voiced TK from Digimon? That can't be through like all of Digimon, right? Like when TK it was the little boy who had Patamon from Digimon. No, that's Izzy you're thinking of. No, he was the yeah. That was Yamoto's little brother. Yeah, I know. That's weird, isn't it?
Alright. Despite what's going on down the hall, I'm gonna try and sleep now. Y'all have a good night.
Alright, have a good night.